Do our thing.
We do our
Just
thing.
wing it.
We do our thing.
Just to wing it.
Yes.
I mean, that's part and parcel. Like it's like that's the evolution of, like I said, like last week, and I think before, like it's like the evolution of the podcast. It's become more diversified of like not necessarily having to be so stuck to a topic anymore. So it's just good to just chill and just shoot the shit. Like I find it
What am
more
I doing? I've got...
like, I mean, everything's enjoyable, but I know it's just weird. But anyway, Jim's fiddling around there.
Everything's enjoyable.
But I'll get
to a limit.
I'll get
But I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the intro and the outro. Let's just get this rolling. Bloody, I do have some headspace stuff I want to kind of go through, so there is something there, so it's kind of something. But anyway,
Yes.
what's up, Beardies and Beardettes? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Beardy Bro podcast. Okay, so I might have had a brain fart halfway through, and then I kind of recovered it. I think.
Realise that. I was just like, you're waiting for it.
And then it worked. It worked. No, I'm just in a bit of a pain at the moment. So, I do want to talk about that to start off the episode. So, I mean, I posted on Facebook and stuff.
Pain.
But so basically, I guess it revolves around going to Wet n Wild, because we went out Thursday. We were going to go to SeaWorld, and then it was kind of like gloomy and it was hot. We didn't know how the day was going to go, so we're like, let's fuck it. Let's just go to Wet n Wild. You know, go for a dip at the pool. You know, the pool was having us. So that was fine. Did Wet n Wild, then we did Mid World. Basically, this is clearly must have led up to Friday's issue, because I was fine most of the Friday, and then I sat down on the toilet and I put my back out.
Oh, you're getting old.
And I'm like, clearly that's the effects of being a Wet n Wild swimming around, because I haven't really swam. Like, clearly that's overexertion on my legs on a different degree of like walking and jogging, you know, and clearly it's just a delayed reaction, and it's just that bend of like sitting, the squatting motion. Because I was fine, because it was the track, so I like pulled my pants down, sat on 20, and as I'm sitting down, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh no, there goes my back, and I was just like, everything just went tight, and so I'm like, fuck me, and then trying to get up was just a pain in the ass, and yeah, all yesterday it was just sore.
It's just the lower back, because that's pretty much
Yep.
the only part that really goes.
It's
that lower back.
My left side, lower back, pains come around to my hip, and it's like kind of in the hip, in the groin, but then the upper left leg as well. So it's like that whole nerve pinch area is just like all out, and it's just like on and off all day today, and I'm just like, oh, this is fucked. So it's just so uncomfortable. So that's
You
like,
need to get a massage for that, my boy.
I know, and that's why.
Yeah.
It's so tender down there on my back.
Or a sauna spa thing, like this.
Heat it up or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing after this. Just
Jumping in the sauna spa.
Oh yeah.
Just jump in the sauna spa.
I'll wait till later tonight and then just jump in it and relax.
Right.
That's what I did for my New Year's. That's what I did a week after.
And the week after that.
And a week after that. Yeah. Just relaxing.
Just relaxing.
And that's the plan for Australia Day that's coming up.
It's a bit like that, eh?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It honestly is a bit
Day.
like that. Get a bit quiet. But no, so that's me at the moment dealing with that, and then the headspace of everything is just like, yeah, just so much headspace going on. It's just crazy. I mean, even like, I don't even know where to start. It's just my head. My head's not even in the right space. My head space is not even head. I don't know. Like, to me, this week has been a very weird week. It's felt like a long week to me personally, and I had like I don't know what it was, but I had like the wave at one point. Do I even want to do the podcast? I was like, I don't know. I just had that weird it's just been a weird week. Like, and speaking of that, I realized just before we jumped on, I hadn't even uploaded last week's to the Spotify yet, so I've got to do that later as well. So I'm behind again from like last week and the week.
Wait, is this the reason why you asked me to come on to substitute you? And I'll be like, I'll put on some thick glasses and be like, hi, I'm Pickle.
You can just tap in for me, and then I'll just
tap in, gaslight everyone. Just it's all fine.
But no,
I'll
like,
just be you.
but no, when today came though, I was like, nah, potty. That's why I messaged him like, Jimsy, potty. Like, nah,
I
it's
was
just.
sleeping.
I know you were like out because you've been playing a lot of Ark lately. Like, you've been going hard on the Ark. Again, everyone's jumping
I
on
only
Ark
played
too.
6 hours yesterday.
Like, everyone's been
6
doing
hours
the
of
Ark.
bark. And there's
Mm,
some cricket.
some cricket, watching cricket,
Playing cricket.
playing cricket. What, a game or actual cricket?
Game. I don't
Game.
play cricket anymore. I'm too fucking broken for that shit.
Too broken, too old for that.
I used to fucking not. I wouldn't say too old because I would still be playing if I could.
Yeah.
But like it's
But I mean, I do want to. Thinking about it too, I do want to kind of bring it up. So it's all part and parcel. But no, but like the first that first episode of the season's been pretty good. I said like it was good having a new fresh guest on, which was nice. And I mean, again, we have to point out we do have Wookie. I should say that we have returning regular
we're pointing it out
co-host.
because of Spotify.
Yeah. Because
if you didn't know already, you can hear him.
yeah, because I don't know if I've actually I don't think we've actually got a video of Wookie like on the Spotify. Like I don't think he's actually like he's been, you know what I mean? Like we've had him on the
You can't
podcast.
put a video on Spotify though.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can.
Yeah.
Everything I've been uploading
Oh.
recently is just all video now, no longer audio. It's video, so it has
Oh.
it's just auto. Yeah. So and
When
I
did they
think
change that?
a while back, like I was doing like a lot of the episodes last season, like halfway through last season. Yeah. So
See, I don't do the.
so I don't even have to I don't even have to convert the files anymore. It's just the one file. I just upload the video file and that's it. Yeah, I just don't have to worry. But it's making it easier for me, and I still forget to upload. That's the problem. Like it's only one file now. I don't even have to convert the video to audio and then upload that separately. I can just like upload the video, and I just haven't done it. Like it's bad. Like I don't know.
It's because Spotify's in the back of it. Like it's not like
Mm.
because YouTube, right?
Mm.
You're always on there.
Yeah, even though Spotify was where we like started this, like
Actually, no, it was more Anchor. Remember, like it was Anchor exclusive for
Well,
a long time.
Anchor was pushing to Spotify, so it was.
Yeah,
That's
but were
why
Anchor exclusive the first season?
they still push to Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why we did through Anchor, but you could listen to it on there. Yeah, it's a very interesting system because they were kind of partnered at the time, and then they basically bought them out by the second season, basically.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that was interesting.
Still,
like jumping on
still
that.
weird.
And that's when it changed from Anchor to the now Podify. It's something weird like Podcastify or something. It's very weird.
Podcastify.
Yeah, it's a very weird system they call it.
That's a fuck name though if it is that.
Podify.
Podcastify.
Yeah, Podify, Podcastify. I can't. It's a.
Podify.
Hmm.
Podify.
But yeah, so no, I think this is like actually the first time Wookie's now been on the Spotify, like visually, going to be on the Spotify. So I'm going to organize
Wait.
after this.
That means I should have worn pants, right?
Well, I mean, you've been on YouTube the whole time, so what are you talking about?
Oh, that's true. Who knows? Maybe there's a video of me on other websites where I'm not wearing pants.
Well, I
We'll
mean,
figure that out
could-
eventually.
I mean, that was going to be the time, like when the joke was when it was going to try and get us on freaking Pornhub, and then it was like that
Right.
whole rigmarole of trying to get on there. But I think they've dropped that now, and the joke's that far old that I'm not even like I could actually try and register again and try and get the content on there, but I can't be bothered now. Like that's a joke that's been and gone. But
Right.
speaking
that
of-
was a long time ago, like
but-
2 or 3 seasons ago.
yeah, like that was like season 3, I think it was. So
Wait, so there's not going to be any official or unofficial, Beardy Bros Pornhub content, if you know what I mean.
I mean, there's an account, or there should be an account if it still exists. I made it. I
mean,
gave
it
it.
still exists.
I gave it like the icon and everything. I just couldn't upload at the time because you had to have like a manager to like co-work. Like it was a whole weird system. When it was
A
like 'cause
manager.
yeah, because
A
it was
manager.
during COVID, so you had to have like you
Oh.
couldn't upload. You couldn't upload content. You had to actually have like be registered as a artist performer. So you had to have like verification to prove that you were an artist and then like contact you. You had like, and I was looking on the film. It's like all these details.
A
asking you to fill out.
manager.
Yeah, you had like all your manager, production company you worked with. I'm like, I'm not a porn. Like I'm just wanting to upload content to Pornhub. Like
It's
as a
just,
joke.
It's just us. Like,
Uh,
Yeah, I was like, how do I just upload videos? Like you can't. And I was like, Because I guess
It's-
because everything was spiking at that time through COVID, like people that had already been on there beforehand was fine, but then because the surge of OnlyFans and Patreons and all that was happening, I think Pornhub was like, we need to like vent everything now because people are just, coming to the platform and just uploading shit. They needed to create like a venting, I guess, an easier venting platform so that people couldn't just upload. So,
Yeah.
Eh,
Like, fuck. Must fucking manage.
there was a lot. It was a mixture of during COVID. It was people that were either starting their own stream, like as in starting on Twitch,
yeah.
or it was OnlyFans and Pornhub content. It was
Right.
one or the other, or it was both. It was like they would do Twitch, but then they would have the whole but my
Linked to-
content is linked to OnlyFans. It was just a lot of people that were like, well, I'm home, I might as well.
Yeah.
I'm already going to technically make this content at home. I might as well film it and put it up. That's
Right? Like,
So that's exactly. So that's why I guess like people.
That's
not double-edged sword, but
People end up
double-edged.
basically for a lot of that was using Twitch to promote the OnlyFans. Like Twitch wasn't even their
Yeah,
main.
yeah.
It was so using Twitch just to advertise, but then Twitch just took off for people. That's why like a lot of these porn stars end up becoming Twitch streamers because they did it to kind of just make extra content to make their main content like.
It was to
Plug
reach
it.
more.
Yeah, and
massively.
then that ended up becoming main things. That's why we had so many porn stars go through that wave where they're like, I give up on porn, I'm retiring, and then just becoming streamers and content creators of like YouTube and shit. And then
I do have to say,
like,
A lot of them are gone. They just left.
yeah,
oh no, there's still
a lot of them have gone back to what they were doing. Half of them did. Like
One of my favorite ones is still in there, though I'm not going to name names.
name names.
One of your favourite ones.
What? It's what I meant, like as in porn star to Twitch streamer.
Yeah,
I was about to
go
say,
on.
does it
Go on,
does
who is it?
involve a pitfall?
Sasha Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
classic porn star.
But she kind of like
Famous
she was.
for
but
doing
she's an
anal.
exclusive gamer
Yeah.
now, though. Really.
That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
say, she's
exactly.
like
That's what I
basic
mean.
job
She
to
rolled over, and I was like, and like generally, I actually like she is really talented, like pretty talented for not just the other
Yeah, but
stuff.
fun fact, she did it for like a couple of years though. Like,
Yeah. Well, she was famous for
probably less
doing
than that.
Yeah, she was famous for doing anal. That was her like niche. And then was that she made appearances on like TV shows and stuff like that. Like I remember when she was on Entourage, she played herself, but she
Oh
was
dang!
Yeah.
she was still pretty good.
Entourage.
And then did all the Twitch. So yeah, she's actually quite entertaining when you watch her.
Actually,
stream.
like an actor,
Yes.
basically. She's actually got the skill to actually act, not just take it in the ass. You know.
Yeah. Literally,
To a sense.
to an extent, literally, and this, yeah.
She can really clean the bowl.
Yeah. Well, how about Pickle? How about this? Who is your favorite porn star then?
Oh, that favorite porn star. That's a tricky one. There's a couple.
There's a couple.
There's a
you
couple.
Don't wanna, if you start, is this one of those things where
I
you
just
start
remembered
naming
if we
names?
say
I mean,
names, they
we've
pop
got,
up in the...
well, I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, speaking of that, we do have our own homegrown porn star that was basically an actress to begin with, then became a porn star later. So that was like Angela White. Like, she started in Fat Pizza, and she was like modeling.
Yeah.
You know, and she was like,
Is that?
yeah, she started in Fat Pizza and stuff like that. She was
People
kind of like
googling
modeling,
her name right now.
and then she became a porn star later, and she moved to America and shit. Like, it's crazy. Like
Angela Lopez, what the fuck?
Angela Lopez. I've met her a couple of times because when she's come to Sexpo, I've met her twice. So I've met her twice, got a photo one time, and then the second time I went, yes.
I remember who she is. Then Angela White. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So that's one of them.
No.
First thing
I
that
do,
popped
I
up
was
was
gonna
Angela
say-
White plastic surgery. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she's one of them.
No, but she's natural. She got them big titties.
No, plastic surgery, not that. Like, actual face.
Yeah. She kind of did because she was going through that weight loss phase and, well, not phase, like losing weight in that phase.
Weight loss phase?
It's not a phase.
It's a lifestyle change. Like it's
You
actually
go
like
through
a
the weight loss phase? Get out of it, bruh.
Yeah. All right, it's like, yes, weight loss phase. And I also went through a phase where I liked Eminem. It's no.
I'm bad for words lately. Like I've been so fucking bad.
It's fucking hilarious, though.
I was about to say, Jim, who's your favorite? Because remember, if you start naming a few particular names, we can find out exactly what type of content you like to watch.
Well, okay, my other one
Right.
I like is Gianna Michaels. She's pretty good.
Don't know who that is either.
Go on, give her a Google. Give her a Google.
Who?
You know-
Gianna?
You know, this is just pushing this into the algorithm, so that little thing at the end of the episode is just going
That's
to
what I
like
said,
flag.
like, we're gonna put names, we're gonna put porn stars in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have jokingly mentioned like bloody Johnny Sins like how many times on the episode? Like, he's even in our thumbnails.
What's
Like
the name, Des?
Gianna Michaels.
Oh. Not even coming up. Hang on.
I just want him to have a Google. Have you?
Oh. I don't even know who the fuck that even is. Except for she's 41. I don't even fuck. I can't, there's no picture. Like, it's just a name.
Why are you getting pictures? Your Google censoring
It's-
it.
Maybe it
No,
might be
I
censoring
just
it.
had to. I just had to click images.
Jim's like, not bad.
It wasn't.
Jim's like next minute, like I can't name names, but you know, have you ever seen those Tijuana shows? And it's like, what do you mean
Tijuana
Tijuana shows? The Tijuana donkey shows.
Tijuana. Oh yeah, like
Tijuana
from bloody Clerks, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was it? It's in the Sexy Stud. It was Debbie and the Sexy
you want to know
Stud and something.
another porn star, Violet Myers. You can check her.
I've heard that name before.
There's,
I think.
I'm just spitting out names that are coming off the top of my head now.
Right.
Is it worrying that you know too many names?
There's more.
I don't exactly look at the credits after I'm done.
You look at the credits.
I'm not exactly going, oh my god, that's. I
Just looking
think,
for the fucking name, like. Nope.
yeah, well, actually, in some cases, yeah. If you do want to be very particular, it's that whole method of kind of going, all right, what am I going to watch? So you always go category. Yeah, names would probably be familiar. You know, probably
Names are probably.
Well,
second or third tier.
I was gonna say, because this could segue to a lot of things, but I've done it because I was thinking of a joke. So, like, well, I think Jim knows. Like, I've mentioned a few times.
You're thinking of a joke, bruh.
Well, I was gonna say, I've mentioned, I know Brett mentioned a few times. I can't remember if you remember. I don't know if you remember, but like, I've got my OnlyFans, which I just post pictures at the moment with pickles on. So I haven't really posted for a while. But for a laugh, off Temu, I basically bought like a fake dick strap-on kind of thing, and I was thinking of like using that to post content with, pretending I was thinking, do I paint it green, like so it's like the Hulk or something, and I was like thinking, do I do any like random content? So like randomly, like one night I'd like.
But when you say you bought a fake thing, don't you mean a strap-on?
I guess it is. Yeah, I guess
a fake thing.
It's
all
someone's
fake.
not going to buy a dildo and say it's a fake. We know it's a fake penis by buying a dildo.
Yeah,
that is a fake penis. It's not like someone's literally going to cut off an actual penis, you know, embalm it and just go, well, you know, I've won up. I fuck the fake shit. I want real cock. And just be like, oh, I'm just going to use this. So
just bought a real dick like off the black market.
And just throw it away after you're done and go off and be like, hey, buddy, you're not using it anymore? Shop. I like the real thing.
Yeah, but no, I just like, because it was cheap as, I was like, I'll buy it for a laugh and like maybe use it for content or something.
I think you mentioned that a few months ago. At this point,
I was talking about
that you were thinking about it.
Yeah, so I bought it and I was like, I don't know how, like, what to post, like, because you know how like people do like risque, like, because I was thinking for a while they'd like, do I do the risque poses where like I pose like things and to like obscure the view of things, and then I was like, I don't know where to go creatively with it, because I don't want to be just like straight just doing, you know what I mean, like pretending, you know. I want it to be funny and be like, oh, you know, like he's, you know, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of something creative that's amusingly funny. Like I want to meme it. I want to be like a meme, but like on an adult, more mature scale. But like
a few things come to mind, but we'll workshop that later.
Because I'm like, I don't want to be like, here's my own dick. Like that's just like stupid. Like that's, I don't want
Right.
anyone to see like that's for my own like private being like partner. You know that's my thing. So I was like, if I get a fake, then I can pretend.
My
Just
shit's my own private
essentially-
being.
You want to know what you can do with a fake penis. That's essentially
Like
it. There's several things, legal or otherwise.
Like, do I
but,
like? I don't know. Like,
but
we're
if you
not
want
like,
to go for the memes, then yeah,
Legal or
sure.
otherwise.
like that's what I mean. Like, I'm just like,
It's-
I was thinking about it. Like, because now like I've got it, and I'm like, where do I go from here? Like,
Because
do I do risky poses where it looks like I've got like a penis? Like, you know how you have like the tracky pants, and you like you can see the. I don't know.
The way you said that looks like I've got a penis. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like having a penis hands because I don't have a penis. I don't know. Fuck, my back is hurting.
Do a year
dumb.
like I know it's probably too late. Just do a yearly calendar. Just
That's what I mean.
Replace,
just of that fucking
replace your actual phallus with the pickle, and just call it my penis is a pickle, and just it'll be
Right.
like 12
Yeah.
photos of you. You've replaced your actual junk with the actual fake pickle penis.
Yeah.
That's one thing that you could probably do. Just like just have it whipped out of your pants with like the pickle like out. So it'd be like you with your thrusting outwards, but instead of your cock, it's the pickle.
Yeah.
Something like
Because
that.
there was a
workshopping
joke
this
I
right
did.
now.
Because there was a joke. I can't remember. I posted it on Instagram or something. But for a while there, I did a little bit of a joke where, it was like, you know how people like take photos and they just sit and then they just like take a photo like, oh, I'm watching this, and it's like doing things like that. And I obscurely did it, where it's like, this is before I moved. I think it was before. No, yeah, it was before I moved. And I basically like, because I don't think anyone ever noticed, so that's why I'm bringing it up now. Where I bought like the biggest cucumber, and I basically just like shoved it in my pants and like made it look like I had a big, you know what I mean? Like you stuff it in your pants and make it look like you got a big Johnson. And so I had it in my pants, and I took like an obscure photo, and I posted it like on one of my socials. I can't remember which one it was. This was like I said, this is like this was the start of last year, so it's nearly a year ago I posted it. And I posted, and because it's just if you looked, because like I had my lower half in view and like the pants on. But like I'm like, oh yeah, just post it, and I had like I wanted to see if anyone like just to like I don't know, I wanted to make it laugh out of it, and I was like I did it a couple of times, and I don't know if anyone ever noticed. So that's why I'm bringing it up now. But like I did that where like you could obviously if you'd noticed, look, you could see that was something weirdly there, and I wanted to see if people would be like, is that a pickle or is that because like like I don't know, I didn't know what people, but nothing came from it. No one either did notice
no
it,
one
but
said
didn't want to.
anything. Like what?
Because I mean, like either people did notice but didn't bring it up because they didn't want to mention anything, or it was just like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't.
Hear me out.
Who? Like,
Hear me
there's
out.
someone who would
You
have
could
said
do
something.
a music video with you wearing the strap-on fake pickle.
Yeah.
And then you could also, I would get those pickles that you can buy, the lolly pickles, whatever, the spicy pickles.
Yeah.
Ones you can get from like the candy shop.
The
So
ones in the
you-
bags.
yeah, the ones in the bag. So
Put one,
you
put
just
it in
do
the
like
bag,
It's
like
sour
slide it
pickle.
over and put it in the bag, and just be like, and take a. Here's my
something-
spicy pickle.
Yeah, do something like that, or do like have a kind of for your OnlyFans, suck on it a bit, and next minute do like not a super cut, but like a really, really quick editing where she just bites into it right at the end, just as a kind of, be like, oh my god, she bit into it, and just be like a sharp
cut to an
bite,
actor,
she
yeah,
bites it. Yeah,
Cut to the
bites it
tip of like
right
an
off.
actual pickle, just so it's like bitten, and it's like actually getting the whole bite.
Right.
Yeah, but it looks like it's the one that you've got in your pants.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a quick edit of it, where it's just like, oh my god, she bit off my pickle.
Yeah, because
I need more drinks to workshop this. So I can do it.
Because like I said, because all I'd been doing for a while, and initially on the account was, I was taking like at one point I just had the account and I had it like whatever name it was, and I just like took stupid poses of myself doing stupid poses, pretending to be like I was a model. Like I was pretending to be a model, so I do those exaggerated poses, and I had that, and I deleted them. And I was like, well, I'll just do my pickle joke. And then I literally was going to supermarkets, taking photos of pickles. And then when we bought pickles or cucumbers, I'd take a photo of them and just upload them, because that was like because it was like basically making fun of bloody captains. What was it? Wasn't it Captain's fucking OnlyPans?
Yeah, the OnlyPans.
So that's what I was kind of doing that with pickles, and then I got to the point where AI was coming around, and then I was just getting AI to generate cursed photos of pickles, and uploading that, and then pushed the boundaries and got
the
like
AI pickles.
yeah, and doing different shit, and then I was like, I don't know where to go with this like joke. Like, do I keep doing something funny? Do I go to the next step? Like,
Right.
and I've just been like backburned for a while, and I'm like, do I go
There
back?
really
to
is
it?
no next step. I mean,
Like, yeah,
at least not in that same way. Like,
because
you have to change the whole thing.
like it's got because I want it to be like, in a sense, it's still in a sense kind of like like it's not PG, like anything like that's not PG, but like it still is because there's no actual nudity.
It's just
You know what I mean?
Pickle.
Yeah, like there's no actual nudity. Like it's all soft. It's basically softcore. Like there's no. It's it's just because it's fake. There's nothing real. Like it's all a bit. You know.
Don't tell him it's fake. Fuck, you might spoil something.
I know. Oh my god, it's a fake. It's a fake pickle. Like. But yeah.
It's a fake pickle.
So I don't know. It was just something that just popped in my head.
Pickle.
But I just thought to mention it because I did grab that. And I can't be like last time where where you we brought on there like, hey, here's my thing, and we had the flashlight.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That was
funny as.
I don't know how they'll go with me swinging one of those things around like on here. So.
I mean, you get demonetized. That's about it.
But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. By the way, it is now dark behind you. We watched the transition.
Yes.
If you're watching it.
Yeah.
I was going to acknowledge that at the start, and be like, "Hey, keep an eye behind Jim," but I skipped through that.
It's not dark out that way. It's dark out this way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's real dark. Yeah.
It's pitch black.
That's Tassie.
So yeah, so I thought I'd bring that up because it's in my brain. I kind of want to spitball it. I actually want to ask someone that can, and might as well share it with everyone else, whoever decides to watch this, because the algorithm is weird. Because like I said, the first episode of the season, okay, we had bloody Raven on, and we're at like 95 views. But then last week's episode was 1 view. I didn't do anything different with sharing it. Like I still shared it the same way. I guess Raven most probably shared it, and maybe that's where I got the extra views from. But I mean, hey, cheers! Like, but
don't forget, people like their time for relaxation is over. Everyone's back to work.
Yeah.
No, but that episode was like 4 hours.
So it's still a 4-hour episode, and it's got like 95 views.
Because I've been flat out at work, and I've just been coming home going, nah, I just need to go to sleep.
It feels like that. Like everything's like started back up at the start of the year, and it's like real crazy because like we're at the point now where like we are like, because like okay, 2024 we were out of COVID, like 2023 we're like basically out of COVID, but like we're at the point now where that we're what basically 2 years now away, 2.5 years away from COVID now. Like everything. Like it's crazy to think like how far you know what I mean now like. It's 2025. Like we are now 2 years away, basically, from when COVID happened. Like, you know what I mean?
I do have to say, I fucking missed COVID.
Yeah, like it was such a.
I just missed it because people were scarce.
Yeah,
a little bit of that. It was.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Tourist season down
here.
Like,
you can work remote. It was fine. You could just avoid other people. It was like, oh no, I can't go to this party because. COVID. Like, sure, I loved parties. I loved going to like conventions and things like that.
Yeah.
But COVID was fantastic. It was like I could.
Yeah, but don't that prove you can work remotely and it works fine?
Oh yeah. I know that point. Like, people could have worked remotely before that. It was just that they had to. But I just like the fact that you could just be like, oh, sorry. Instead of just saying, no, I don't want to go to this event. You could literally say, sorry, COVID, and you can use that as a valid excuse for everything. You'd be like, oh, I can't go into work. Sorry, COVID. Hey, I can't make this meeting. Sorry, COVID. Like, and yeah, I do have to say there were some downsides, but there was some upsides. Like, upside there was a increase of OnlyFans content, and downside was there was an increase of OnlyFans content. So, so it was a double-edged sword there. Like I understand there was a knock-on effect, but I like being alone sometimes. I like that isolation.
Yeah,
I just don't want to deal with people. You get emotionally burnt out. You just like
it was the social battery. Like you just sometimes It's just
Oh yeah, it
draining.
runs
You don't
out.
want to
It
do it. Like,
drains. It was fantastic. I recharged that motherfucker for a while. It was great, and I went back into it again. And now I just want like a break. Can we just have another COVID for like 6 months?
Well, I mean, you did
and then
notice.
just come
maybe a
back to it
year.
again.
I'll
Yeah,
say
maybe a year.
they
Just another one. Just
they-
a quick one.
Well, they did
Just-
try and spark up like another
As long
sickness.
as no one lost jobs, that's the main thing.
Yeah, but like they have tried. I feel like they
And
have
no one
tried
died.
a few times
Like,
bringing
you
up
don't want that
like
either.
being like, oh, there's a new thing. Oh, people gotta shut in. Oh, like they've been trying to. I feel like, but we've got to the point where we're just over the bullshit that everyone was going on about. We're like, we don't care.
True,
Like we've got to the point now we can't even like unless the government says, oh no, we have to. The most of the people are just like, we don't give a fuck anymore. Like we saw what happened through COVID. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit, and now the people are just like they wouldn't care now. Like that's the problem. We've done ourselves in the sense that they were like, oh, it's all bullshit. We don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck this shit now. So like, if it did happen again, we're like, fuck it. Like we're not staying in. Like, but we kind of want that again. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I did like COVID also because it was like a lot of people were handed out Darwin Awards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people just needed to go.
Right.
They just did. They weren't contributing to society. They just.
I gotta cleanse my body with the
pipes,
bleach.
if you know what I mean. Just yeah, it was just a good wash of bleach on society.
Like there was some stupid people, but like.
Oh
like,
yeah, they're just they're the ones that aren't really
changed. Really,
there's some. It's always sad to see someone who was a Nobel Prize winner pass away, but no one's shedding a fucking tear on someone who's been on the dole for the last 20 years. All right, like their name isn't going to pop up on some ceremony and like Sharon, Baza. Died, blah, blah, blah. Sure, they're a human being. Beza. Precious life, yes, but, they didn't win a Nobel Prize. They're not going to find the cure of cancer. They're most likely going to find a $2 coin in the back of their couch and put it towards their next bong hit. Nothing wrong with that, though, but I'm just saying... we need another COVID. I just need an excuse to recharge my battery.
That's what I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, it feel like if we had that come around, that's what I was saying though, is that people are just so like whatever about it now. Like, I feel like you wouldn't get a chance to be able to have a break.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Because we'll have it come around, but like some people are like, yes, let's try and have a break, and they're like, what's the point? We've been through this. Like, we know that it was all bullshit,
right?
In sense, like. And people are going to be like, I'm not going to... And then people are just going to be, like, doing everything normal. So then we won't get the chance to really have that lapse of, like, let's hide away because, we can, because let's avoid people. And
I just liked also the idea of it needs something like that to pretty much shake the tree and make people realize to not take certain things for granted. Like... And just also, you need
we all do that anyway.
Yeah, well, we do need that anyway.
We take the littlest things for granted.
Yeah, and we need a good rest. COVID gave people a good rest to kind of away from work, away from the grind. Like, who wants to sit in the car and drive to work for 45
minutes? I think we need it's just something that allows us, not just like have these things. Like, there should be things that allow people to branch out with the work they do if they're able to just work from home. And at least if they're getting it done. You know what I mean? Like, why do people have to go to an office to work?
Well, the thing was, people were working better from home.
That's what I mean.
My job allows me to... I can set up and just start working.
So, I mean, there should be that thing. As long as... I feel like there should be that option there. And if you're meeting the requirements, then you're fine from working from home. If you were working from home and then there was a relapse, they'd be like, no, you got to come back into office and you'd have to prove... You know what I mean?
You know one of the reasons why they want everyone to come back to the office now?
Keep an eye on
no, not just that, but also all these companies paid for an actual physical building, and if that building is like 90% empty, why are they hiring out this office space?
Yeah, they just get rid of it at that point.
They might as well get rid of it, and it virtually,
it might as well, though.
It would save them a lot of money. But you need to have that healthy balance of both. You just can't go one side to the other.
Well, that's
because people at home, they work when they want. As long as their work gets done, like
Well,
Yeah, that's true. That's the positive way. But some people work better in,
Well-
in the other factor where they're in the office. So
yeah.
you need to have both. And yes, and that's a part of what Dale was
We'll
saying.
give them an option.
Yeah.
You need to have
If you
that.
want to work from home or in the office.
You
Like,
should,
Yeah,
you
and
should
I-
have said,
in the
and not
office.
everyone is going to be working from home because there's going to be people that don't meet that quota. So if they don't meet that quota
Yeah.
because they're not working well enough, then they're going to be in the office. So if they can
That means they're just shit at the
approve,
job, because
that's what I mean. So if they can prove that they can work good, then they can get
they should
rewarded
get
for
fired
working from
because they're
home.
not doing the work.
And if they're just able to work at home, then they can work from home. Like, that's the thing. You should do that and cull out people from those jobs too. So if you can substantially work well from home, then you get rewarded for working from home. You know, there's no difference.
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand that. Yeah, yeah.
And encourages those to work better. And then if they happen to work better and work from home, then. But there's some people that won't want to work at home. They want to go to the office to get away from home. You know what I mean? There are people that prefer that.
Because there are people who have the abusive households who want to get out of there.
Yeah, and that's why some people
But
work, so they can get structured, you know.
But going back to the whole, one of the reasons why I like COVID is because there's too many cunts out there, and I just don't want to deal with them. That's purely it. It's just my social battery just drains.
You get rid of them, all fucking pop their heads up.
Well, that's like me. Like I was.
That's true. That's true. That's what.
Because just think there's a fucking cunt here, right? Like, take some away, more just fucking sprout from nowhere. Like,
I know, it's like that.
That is true, and I think I've had a fair amount of these already, so I might actually turn into one.
But no, well, like, this is what I mean. Like, I got really reserved back because of COVID. Like, I got uncomfortable and like, I've always been kind of more antisocial. But because of COVID, like, I got more antisocial, and it was weird to get back out there and socialize again. And then I kind of got that slight social.
It's not antisocial. It's more social selective.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing, because, like, lately,
you don't.
like, I've been wanting to be more social. Like, out of all people, like, I was like, oh, I'll ask Wookie, like, when New Year's came around, I was like, oh, because usually you're a social person. And, you know, you go out, and that's why I was like, oh, I'll ask Wookie if he's going to do anything and go out for New Year's. But, because, like, I kind of actually felt like, I was like, or whatever it was, like, I kind of want to go out and do something, but I was like, nah, and most people I messaged are people that normally go out, and most people were weirdly opposite on New Year's. Everyone that normally go out wanted to stay in, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll say, like, it wasn't a bother. It was just like, if the option's there, I'll find out if people are going out. So it gives me an idea of, okay, I might go out and catch up with someone, or, you know what I mean? And it was just kind of funny, though, that it wasn't just Wookie. Like, there's a majority of people that normally are social bugs were, like, New Year's, and I was thinking, okay, they would go out, and they were complete opposite. I'm like, oh, that's a first. Like, that's different, you know? Oh,
yeah, I had a party to see, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to stay at home.
Yeah.
So, and I stayed up to midnight and went, Happy New Year, housemates. And then one of the other housemates came home and they're like, I'm going to go in the hot tub. And I'm like, oh, I haven't tried it out yet. So I hopped in and kind of one thing led to another. And I a few margarita drinks.
But that's it. Why not?
And it's dawn. So, you know.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. Why not? But then you're at home, see? You're at home, you're at the spa. Like, that's going to happen. You're more likely to do that because it's easier. It's convenient. So, that's, you know, and I end up having a few
people want convenience, like, to be fucking honest. If it's not convenient, they won't do it.
That's it.
Unless they're forced to do stuff. So,
but one thing I wanted to come back to when we're talking about, like, the like, say, like, we're talking about the office and the Beardy. Like, I found that out when I was through the work I was doing, that there's so many layers to owning, like, to the depth. So, because I was working, I work Crisco. So what I ended up finding out was someone owned the land, and then there's, you know, the warehouse. But it's a weird step because because we had, like, managers and bosses coming on one point. It was like one man owned the land, then another person put the building on that land, but then that person owned the building, but they didn't own the land, and then that person rented it out to some, like, there's this layer of process.
Places, right? Like, people only lease build on someone else's land. It's like
what the fuck is this? So, like,
buy the land, make it.
Yeah, it's like, if you're gonna put a building on, it's like, why build a building on land that you don't own, but you're leasing from someone else? Like, what? Like, that's just, if it comes to a fault process, the person who owns land could be like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm done with it.
Yeah, they can just demolish it. Like,
like, because they own, like, it's like a weird, like, how everything's tiered.
Because I think if they don't pay to be on that land 1 month or whatever it is, they can just.
Yeah. A lease normally lasts for like a large considerable period of time.
Yeah, but like, just think, like,
5 years.
If they don't renew after that, they can just get rid of the fucking
But this
building.
is the process, right? This is what got me, because there's just so many layers to it. So because Crisco's is a seasonal, half yearly job, there's that other year period where there's nothing going on. So this is the layer of depth. So that what they have, because of how it's a large warehouse, what they try and do in the off period is they try and hire out either the whole warehouse or the section of the warehouse. So it's like a weird step of like, I don't know if it's Crisco's that are hiring it out, or like if it's the person who owns. I don't know. It's a weird step, but it's just weird that it's labeled, because it's labeled Crisco, so it's the Crisco's building. But then off-season, like I said, off-season is hired out to other people to use for storage space or pick up delivery
they're hiring
space.
it out when they're not using it. Like,
so then they're hiring it out to someone that's hiring out from someone else who's leasing it from someone else who's like, I'm like, what? Like, what? How is this a thing?
That is no, but that's regular as well. Like,
I know, but I'm just like, that just seems so convoluted.
Well,
Yeah,
you know the concept of ghost kitchens, right?
Yeah.
You've heard of ghost kitchens? Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, you've got one building that's owned by someone, and you've got
But it's a
people
seasonal.
Ghost kitchens are
Not
different.
just seasonal, but
yeah. But like, you've got one bunch of staff that rent out the kitchen just to make food for multiple companies, but it's all been done under one.
Yeah.
Like, there's one over Browns. There's one down, not too far from me, down over at Browns Plains. You can probably tell Dale. Supreme Chicken.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that? That for franchise. So there's a store that does Supreme Chicken and like 4 other types of franchises under one roof.
They supply,
and you can. And it's one kitchen that makes it all these products for all different kind of franchises. But it all comes out of the same kitchen.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're buying the same product, but it's all these different names.
Labels,
different labels.
Yeah.
So you can go, I want Supreme Chicken, or this other burger joint, or this other chicken joint, and it's all the same underneath the same thing.
I know. Well, that's like this fish at the end of the day.
A lot of companies are doing it now. Like there was, there's also same just down around the road from them. There's if you check on Uber Eats or anything, there's like a dessert place. But then when you check the address, it's actually a part of like not Tex-Mex, but it's a Mexican place as well. So they do dessert and they just split it into 2 names, but it's one business.
But that's the weird process, because when you look about all these things, when you think of it though, that's another layer of depth. Because you think, let's just say for example, chicken. The chicken, basically, most of that people ship come from the one farm anyway. The chicken gets slaughtered, gets farmed out, and then it gets divided to become like meat for different places. It's like, but then it goes to the one, like it's so convoluted. Like people go, I like my chicken here. It's like, what you really like?
Yeah, but to them it's not convoluted because they just make it and ship it. Like
but like to a consumer, people go like, I like the chicken from here, but it's like it's the same chicken. It all came from the same farm. It went to the same distributor, but the distributor got it and okay, this one's designed for the chicken for KFC. This chicken's designed to be a whole chicken for like Red Rooster. This chicken's designed to be mince-meated for like the Thai Indian place or whatever. It's all the same chicken at the end of the day. Like, things are like that. It's so convoluted.
That's the thing, like, people didn't realise that, who owns KFC and Hungry Jack's are the same company?
Yeah. They just have, like, different designs.
People say, like, they have different things, but it's, like, all under the one umbrella.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realise, like, they say, like, fuck Hungry Jack's, it's shit. It's like, don't buy from them, but you're supporting KFC, which is supporting the same company.
Yeah. I know, it's just funny that people don't realise these things. Like, so I'm like,
everything's connected. Like, there's no one individual.
It's like
thing.
Like anything, like chip companies are another one that's always funny too. That gets me, where people don't realise sometimes.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's all on the same. The chips
it's all
are
owned by one company.
Yeah, or they're on the same belt, or one's the ones are the main ones, and the other ones are the rejects. So what they do is they go, well, this is our better cut ones that we presume. So they're their premium line. So let's feed them down this track. These are all the rejects. Let's feed them into this track.
Yep.
And let's just put them in this bag, and these in the premium bag. They're the same chips.
I'm pretty sure like Lay's and Smiths own pretty much the majority of.
And they're all the same thing.
Fries, chips, if I want to call them.
Like they're all the same thing. It's just they're bagged into different packets for different labels, but they're the exact same product. Like
it's just different flavors, different shapes, different. Like that's right. You got different.
They do things just to trick people.
Different things.
But it's all the same. Yeah. It's all the same. Like it's all the same potato from the same potato farm. It's just they add a different flavor. It's
just cooked differently. Like
sometimes it's not even that. Like it's all the exact same. Just the bag's different. So people just assume, Like it's just amazing, like how much of that stuff happens. Like the it's like
people just
so
the average consumer won't really care.
no, but that's why it's
Like me, I just grab chips because they're good. I don't care who fucking makes them.
yeah, exactly.
It's like KFC is like, I think McDonald's are under that same umbrella as KFC and Hungry Jack's. They
A lot
don't
of them
bother
are.
one fucking thing.
A
Like,
lot of it is.
Yeah, all those companies are pretty much same.
Well, the worst
but
thing is,
different.
well, it's not the worst thing, but like you look at the like again, like this
the
is always
worst
the,
thing.
what's the biggest thing that everyone always talks about in America, because there are those big main companies that like own everything. Like we've talked about it before, but it's always just funny that
It's the same here. Like they're
Yeah.
the same company, but they just expanded to here. Like we just got Wendy's, the same company who owns the ones in the US. Like
yeah. They've opened one
except
up
they
the
expanded to here. Like
yeah, like that was like issue that they had to work out too, because we had Wendy's Ice Creamery, which was just Wendy's, but were they able to call it Milk Bar or something now? They've had to relabel it.
yeah, Wendy's, which makes more sense.
Because that's what they are. They are a milk bar, like convoluted, like
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, but they didn't have to call it that until now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. That's
Because now
pretty
there's
cool.
Wendy's coming, so you gotta
Yeah,
make way for that.
so that's up. That's actually up our way. Up at the Gold Service Paradise.
Mm.
They opened the Wendy's up recently
Yeah, they started there and going to expand around eventually.
because they want to actually make it proper.
Melbourne's still going to have the most. Like Melbourne's just the foodies fucking paradise.
Good old food, but no, so it's crazy.
Like that's one thing I miss from Victoria. Their food is fucking 10 out of 10. Fucking no matter where you go, you'll get good food.
Yeah.
Like I got pizza.
Something
once
in my
from,
mind, I thought you were about to say one thing I missed from there was the meth, and I'm like, why am I thinking that the meth?
Why?
That's one thing you just shouldn't be like, oh my god. I missed that part.
That's like
It wasn't the
brain rot.
food, it wasn't the scenery, it was the meth.
That's the brain
It
rot.
was the
That's like
meth.
me. That's like
It was
me.
the
Every
meth.
times when anyone asks me something, I always say meth. Like I've never done meth, but the joke is meth. Like
right?
it's like, what do you want? And be like,
Yeah,
meth.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of that.
Like-
It's one thing you should just
Like
be
anytime anyone asks you, it's like, oh, you went to Thailand. What's the favorite part of that? And you'd be like, the meth. Like it's just like, but they know, you know, people wouldn't think that to correlate that, but it's just the joke. Like it's just the brain mentality, just to like, just
Like-
say something. It's always go to
like,
meth.
I'm just going to say that from evermore now. It's kind of like, well, what do you miss about this?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, the meth.
The meth.
Just,
And that's what I said. That's why I used to do it
Just the
anything.
meth.
Like, I used to do it for a while there,
like-
because anyone would go out somewhere and someone be like, "Oh, what do you want to order off the menu?" I'd look at the menu and be like, "Meth." It's just like people just be like, "What?" It's just like it's a joke. Like that's the point. Like it's just a obscure thing to say. Like it's like, almost like
Why did
a
you say that? All of a sudden, there's a fucking dude tap on the shoulder, like, here you go.
here you go. Yeah.
here you go. It's just
But like, what are you
Just
searching on?
occasionally.
Meth? Like, what are you searching up? Meth? You know? What do you?
Because
what do
there's
you-
no doubt there's some kind of, I wouldn't say just meth, but in the restaurant kitchens, they're in there
It's a bit methed up.
because
My
those
back,
people are under a lot of fucking stress, right?
my back is under a lot of stress.
Like
I thought
Gordon
it's-
Ramsay, I swear he's on something half the fucking time.
Oh.
He just probably smokes a lot of cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Maybe. Who knows?
But no, like their hospitals in Victoria, man, like they have a full at the bottom on the very first floor. They have a full fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
I thought about a hospital. I'm like,
Yeah, there's a couple
like
up there.
fresh food there. Like they just cooking away for the fucking
Yeah.
Well, they've got to
visitors
make
and
all the food
patients.
for the patients, yeah.
Oh, my back.
That's all. Like, I would move to Victoria, 100%.
Oh.
I do miss that about Victoria. The meth.
And the people are nicer than anywhere else over there.
The meth is nicer.
Yeah, the meth is nicer.
The
Just,
meth is nicer.
That's one thing
Oh.
I missed about that place was, yeah, it's just the meth.
Like the place I wouldn't move is Queensland and Sydney, New South Wales or Queensland.
Mm.
I mean, Queensland wasn't bad when I was there, but people are still a bit arrogant and stuff.
It's the humidity for me. Queensland's
The humidity, yeah.
It's the meth
Just
for me.
don't-
That's the meth.
No, it's you've had it once. You just that's.
So
good
you'd
enough.
definitely see Wookie in Victoria one day. Just he's like, yeah, I've just moved.
Yeah, the
I've
humidity
got- I've
is
got
so
away from
shit.
the
Have you
humidity.
seen what it's like lately? Like at nights, it's like early too, and it literally gets to 100. I wouldn't be surprised it's higher than that, but because the meter only goes to 100, they just go, oh, the humidity is 100%. Like, it
Just
gets
don't
so
move
fucking...
further north, because fuck that. Like Darwin?
It gets so
I would
shit.
never go to Darwin.
And it goes for 100% to like 2-3 a.m. in the morning. Like, it is cooked. It is fucking cooked.
That's why I'm happy we got a wet summer, because like it's nice. It's a nice 16 degrees right now.
Oh.
Nice and cool.
Oh, it's pinching right now. It's very uncomfortable trying to sit here like this. Oh.
No, yes, there was a video I saw. It was like Aussie dads when you mentioned it's hot outside.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity.
That's it. It
just
is. It's
storms
the
up.
humidity.
It's very true. It's very true.
It's like that is what every dad says around here, isn't it? Like, it's not the heat that gets you,
It's
it's the humidity.
Oh, I can't...
no, that is 100% true. It is the humidity. I'm not going to deny that. That's one thing I don't like about Queensland. Just that humidity.
Oh, it's cramping.
It's
Cramping
terrible.
Well,
If
the
you go
humidity here
outside,
is 72.
it
Like, it's not
drains
fucking-
you. It just drains you.
Yeah.
I think that's
Unless
why
you're
I'm
in a
tired.
air-conditioned
drains
fucking place.
drains your motivation. Like, don't get me wrong. When I come to work, I'm like, I don't want to be here. But when you got to go outside and you suffer from that humidity, and you're just like,
Yeah,
I
because it
don't
just
even-
fucking hits
I don't
like
even
a
want to be in the
fucking,
proximity of here.
it fucking smacks you.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's like,
It's,
but just think, imagine if you didn't have air cons.
oh yeah, 100%.
Like back in the day, like air cons were only like a fucking privilege. Like
Well,
not all
yeah.
places had them.
Oh.
Everyone just had fucking standard fans. Like
That's it. I like that in here in the caravan. We've got fan running over there, fan up there, and a little fan over there to keep it cool. Like, it gets fucking hot.
right. That's why I hate being in this room during the day because the sun on that whole fucking wall.
But I mean, I get
And
used
that's
to
with
it.
the blinds shut.
Like
That still
I
heats up so fucking much.
sit out here most of the time with the fans on while everyone's inside with the aircon, because like all my shit's here to do everything. Like, I'm not gonna try and fuck around and move things about all the time. And I'm like,
No,
just
because
deal
it
with
takes more time to move it than you are
Yeah.
doing stuff with it.
It's easier just for me to just stay here, deal with it. 'cause
Unless you
during the-
dedicate a few hours of doing the one thing,
but like
there's no.
But
no
during the
point moving
day, it's not as bad sometimes during the day. It's just like it gets to a point where the humidity dies down, but then the heat kicks in. It's just like, oh, it's like thank
Yeah,
God we
but
don't
the
have
heat
the boat.
you can counter that with the fans.
Yeah.
right? Like as long as the fans keep going,
It's the
heat
dryness,
won't enter the. Yeah,
So it's just a trap. That's what I mean. Like
but the
it's
humidity, that's moisture in the air, and you can't stop that.
no, it's fucked.
I mean, you can if you're inside in the aircon.
Have a dehumidifier.
That actually does work.
I don't think I need to get one of those next.
I didn't think the humidity was that fucking hot, like 72. Jesus.
Yeah, it gets bad up here. Real fucking bad.
I'm just lucky that it's under 20 degrees right now, otherwise it'd be a bit warm. Like,
Oh.
I'm in fucking track pants right now, like 20s.
I'm in shorts and this top, and I'd rather be sitting here with no shirt on at the moment. But...
You guys wearing pants?
Right. Yes.
Oh.
I'm not going to pan this down. This is dangerous.
Dangerous territory.
Just,
Dangerous.
Even if there was a fake penis, it's dangerous territory.
Dangerous territory.
Well, actually,
I
okay.
just don't like wearing pants.
Yeah, I didn't really want to bring up the story, but I kind of want to mention it. If you've seen in the news recently, it's an American, of course. But did you see the story of the guy who didn't have his pants on, and he got busted or whatever and shared online?
That's fucking hilarious.
Apparently, he ended up getting so overwhelmed by it, he kind of, offed himself.
He deleted himself, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, but bro, why would
Oh,
you?
was that dude in the car?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
this?
he
I'm
had,
a little bit out of the loop.
He had shorts on, like.
I don't know what was going on, but apparently, like, he had his pants down. Or they're saying he had his pants down or something, and I don't know what happened.
He had
yeah,
sports shorts on, and because he was sitting, they rode up. Like,
yeah, and then apparently,
apparently
went viral or something, and then he like accusing him of having his Johnson out, and he was being a pervert, and then because of it, he offed
he was
himself.
just driving past, like.
I know. Well, apparently she was like, she said if you watch the video, like he drove by a couple of times. I'm like, okay, and like, if it's been like, I don't know, but it's on dude himself. It's like, dude, why did you get so peer pressured by like feeling overwhelmed and being called a pervert, like, and then apparently offed himself, like.
But he had shorts on. That's the thing. Like you could.
That's what I mean. Like maybe he did because he took truth to that. Maybe he like that's what I don't know, but like. It's just
no,
a weird.
The thing is, the internet is a cesspool, and I'm guessing they just kept going and going and going and going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, people don't listen to facts, and people just don't want to listen.
No, people listen to facts.
No,
like the people who started that shit should be charged. Like,
yeah,
they caused that.
It's the story of like, you know, if you had two circles, one red, one blue, and they'll be exactly the same size. But if you started saying the blue one was bigger, and you start saying that enough times, even if it wasn't true, just have enough people to jump on board to be stupid enough to go, oh yeah, it is bigger, and then it just changes the whole perspective.
And the thing about the internet is they'll believe anything.
I know, like like I was just like, I just thought it was just crazy. I'm like, I don't know how people. If you give them
facts, they'll still say it's wrong.
I know, like I don't know how people get to that point. It's just like there must be something going on for the people to get to the point to be like, I'm gonna delete myself. Like, I feel like I'm like, okay, if I was in that situation, I'm like, people trying to spew that shit. I'm like, okay, and like I know it's not true. Like, okay, like what's gonna stop me? Like, going on with my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why people just give up so easily. Don't try to fight, or I don't know. Like, it just seems weird.
Like, it needs to be, like, if people start doing that, people like.
Because it clearly is like in the sense of bullying. Like it was, like, it is basically got to the point of cyberbullying. I'm guessing why it got to the point.
Yeah.
But still, it's just like I don't know why people. I don't grasp the concept why people get to that point.
The dude did nothing wrong. He just drove past a couple times or whatever. Like.
But like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very
because the dude was married and just had a son. Like, why would he be doing that in a car? Like,
I mean, people do weird things, so I don't know.
Yeah. People do.
Yeah, but. No, people just fuck.
But still, it's just like I don't know why I got to that point where you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know, I don't know.
We'll never figure it out because we're not the ones who are doing it, or
people's mental state are different.
The victim of it, like we just see it from the outside, like.
I just like.
And it's just.
I just feel like when people do these things, like you're letting them win. Like I don't want to let anyone win, you know, unless they deserve to. Like, yeah, no, one of those weird things.
They don't deserve to win. Fuck no.
No, but like, I'm saying like, you know, yeah.
Like, not saying people just love misery. It's fucking proven. Like,
misery's business.
That's why nothing good is ever on the news or anything. Like, they don't post good shit. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was also a mixture of people that just generally don't have anything meaningful in their life.
Yeah.
So they have to cling on to anything else because they've got nothing going on. They generally just be like, they're boring people that just can't really, you know, have two brain cells rubbed together enough to kind of realize.
Well, that's even
pick up a hobby, do something, have something meaningful, do something, go out there.
But even then, people still like
listen to a podcast, particularly the Beardy Bros podcast.
Yeah. But like,
and
that's even with the fires, like the fires stuff that was going on in America, like in the Palisades. Still, we talked about that last week, and like that's like the stuff that's been coming out from that. People are making fake videos now, like of stupid things. Like people are setting up scenarios where they're like pretending to catch people like starting fires and putting them out, trying to make themselves look like a hero and stuff. Like the internet's just getting very weird and caked, and like people are just
that's clout. It's a mixture of clout and
like you can clearly not set up because it's like it's just so dodgy, but people believe it. Like again, like you say, you get enough people to believe that the blue circle's bigger, then people start believing it. Like it's literally that.
It's multiple factors. Like people, like I said, some people just don't have anything going on in their lives, so they do what they can to get attention.
Well, they just like drama,
and well, they drama, but it's essentially seeking like the endorphins. Yeah, and that's one way of doing it.
And some vary of like pretending to make the content. Some even though supporting it, being like commenting, being like, "Oh my god, you did such a good job." Like that's an experience of being like, "Oh, I feel achieved in my life because I support this."
Like it's how people like having likes on their photos. They post photos, they get more likes, they increase the endorphins. It's the same thing. They post, content to show clout, and it's increased endorphins. It's it's pretty much to bring meaning to their life, especially if they don't really have anything of substance in their life in the first place.
That's their own fun.
Like, there's people that go out there and do things that you'll never hear about, that go out and volunteer, that, they're scientists, doctors, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't see them making a post every time
every time
go
they do
like,
something.
oh, I just saw a new client today, thumbs up, give me a like.
Yeah,
It's
like a heart
they're not
surgeon,
going
every
out-
time he saves someone, he's not going in there clouding saying, hey, here's my 12th patient I've saved. They're just doing their job. Like, they're being people.
exactly.
They're not trying to, like, do people
That's
dodgy.
Yeah, but the
and
ones
that's
who do their
why
job,
we
don't go looking for a
Yeah,
thumbs up,
attention.
they just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you don't go out there to chase clout and chase likes, anything. People that truly do things that are meaningful, in my opinion, are the ones that don't go chasing clout. Don't go
the ones who
posting
don't look
every
for
day.
gratitude. Like,
That's
So
it.
yeah, and if I post anything, I put it down to as a personal achievement, but I don't start posting every single day. Like, understand nowadays you do it because you want to make money.
Yeah.
Like, that's where people do it, but
which is still
it's still now it's more viable because you get money. Previously, it was just to do it to get clout. Now you can get clout and money.
Like, I do it just for me. Like, if I get satisfied doing something, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to looking for verification or gratification or.
Yeah, like,
I mean, if someone acknowledges it, then hey, nice. But
yeah, nice. Like, it's and also it's nice to, if you're doing it, to give people updates, to say, hey, look, this is what's happening, blah blah blah. That's I think that's completely fine as well. But yeah, it's the people that do it purely because they're doing it for clout, for the likes and just for the attention. Because like, they'll go home
of
and
people do now. Like,
that's like I was saying. Like, when like these people half the time going around like keep bouting the same shit. It's like, okay, like when someone gets diagnosed with like autism, they're like go on about it. It's like, okay, what do you want a cookie, like, or anything like that? Like, people just like, oh, it's like, okay,
you want a cookie?
cool.
Oh,
Like,
like, you mean like people that try and make a big thing out of a small thing?
just anything
For the sake of it, because
like, you should be proud of, like, like I kind of said, like, to yourself, but like, does everyone need to know these things? Like, sometimes,
making drama of something that it's like, hey, look, yes, that was acknowledged and it's been resolved and fixed. You shouldn't make a big grand thing and start pointing fingers to everyone and everything and say they're all at fault.
No,
I don't know. There's certain things that you should do, certain you shouldn't.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly like you said, about make a mountain out of an anthill. It's it's people that are like that.
There's a lot of things like I see, like a lot of people clouding, and there's a lot of holes after a while.
I see people that do that. They're secretly hiding something.
There's a lot of people like I see lately that do things, and I'm going to bring up, but I'm just like,
do it so they can use that to get into some kind of Epstein Island or some shit. Just fucking
right.
Yeah.
Like, because there's you know better than anyone else. Just fucking stop.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that
don't make yourself out to be a saint. Secretly, you're probably killing puppies in your attic. Who knows?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I've been following of people lately. Right? Like, there's a lot of shit like on people saying they're doing things and they're not actually doing things, and it's just so crazy. Like, how many people just, I don't know. It just gets down this crazy rabbit hole.
That's people.
Like I know people have got things to do in lives and jobs, but it's just weird when the consistencies don't match up and things are going on. It's just like, okay, it's just yeah.
That's why we need another COVID. Start wiping
people just start saying things like, and it's a lot of these creators or people with like, and the problem is because they're influencers, they keep track of their records of things. Or the people in media, and because whether influencers or media, like there's a lot of people that there are receipts. You start looking at things, and people say different things like, "Oh, I've got to give up my job for this," but then you look at the receipts and it doesn't add up.
Great. We you know what we should do? Just go through and be like consciously like, all right, we know everything's recorded. We know there's going to be receipts. Let's just do it, get it done now, and just make sure like we just did it because screw it. Fuck the world. Let's just, like next week, let's all get together and let's do some blackface. that we can do that, and also we'll just start creating our own rumors of sexual allegations. We'll just do that, but we'll just do it between ourselves. We'll just say, we'll just, Dale, you touched me on the ass. I'll sue you in court case. It was settled out of court for a small fee of $5, and then you can do the same for me. You can touch me on the shoulder. I'll say it was, I'll say it was sexual assault. And then we'll settle it out of court, and we'll just do a small fee of $5.
You can't even joke about that these days, can you? Like, because that shit people will take seriously.
But
I know, right? It's just
crazy.
Do anything.
That's what I mean. There's just so much shit going on that you don't know what's real, what's fake.
You just look
people
at the gym
stories
people.
like it's just They
set you up. They put a camera down and then do shit, and as soon as you react a little bit, like anything, they're like.
Oh, that's why
you made them react.
You're putting it out of your way, like you're going out of your way clearly to make them get a reaction. So
I still like it when
I know that.
And that one gym had the fucking manager, and he literally smacked the phone away. He's like, "Stop recording in the gym." Like, you hit my phone, and he's like,
"He's trying to have it's like trying to have a go at him. It's like he owns the gym. He has the right to tell you what to, He doesn't want that shit happening in the gym.
Well, she said she was working out, but she just sat on the floor with a ball sitting there.
Yeah, that's not working out. That's these
lazy gym influencers as well, going there and be like, "Oh, I'm going to use this." Yeah, pretend to be at the gym.
And it's like, because I commend that dude for that. Like, he
don't even get me with that.
An effort to stop that.
Don't even get me with the extent now of the unnecessary workouts where like it was funny for a while where it was like the unnecessary workouts where people like trying to do workouts and they were just stupid, but in their mind they believed they were working out. That was fine, but now like. People are getting onto it and sexualizing the unnecessary workouts and doing things in a sexualized way of working out. Like they're unnecessarily doing ways like on purpose now. And it's just like, why are you doing this for the clout? Like, I get it, you have an OnlyFans, but like, do that in your own gym, like in your own house. Set up a gym in your house and do that. Like, why bring it out to public?
Most of them have their own gym.
Yeah, but like, why come out to public? Do these over, like, because you see in these videos, like, do these over sexualized.
You know what?
You're in public.
They don't get attention in their own fucking gym.
It's like you're clearly doing it for attention. You get the attention, then you cry about it. It's like you double down on it. You get it to promote yourself, and then cry about it because that person's sexualizing me. But then you have an OnlyFans to sexualize yourself. Like
let's do a music video, and in that video, we'll try and do every single annoying social media trope that everyone hates. So we'll just become a gym influencer. And we won't actually work out. We'll just be there, like, showing off our cleavages and our butts.
Yeah.
Like, just bend over. We'll do that. And then we'll just also prank in public.
There's speaking of that, like, so there was this, because what I ended up watching was, it was this gym dude. And, he fucking cracks me up because, he was, like, getting clips of, like, the women doing, like, the unnecessary, like, squat poses and stuff. And, like, really, like, groin pointing, like not like bent over, like literally sitting on a bench, groin pointing, bending back to like do these unnecessary like flexes and lift weight. Like, why are you lifting weights with your legs in a weird position? Like, you're clearly doing the show off, you know. Right. And so he was making fun of it, and he started doing these poses just to show how unrealistic like it is for like also the opposite sex. And he'd crack it up because he'd like, if it was like the ass ones, he'd like pull his gym shorts up really tight and then like bend over and shit, and he would just like make fun of like how they did it all. And he fucking cracked me up because he was just taking the piss out of him. Like, he's literally like showing like this is how stupid you look. Like it's just dumb. Like, and I love that people are becoming. I love that people are taking the piss take out of these people, like calling them out. I love that people are calling people out. I fucking love it. But it's just unnecessary. It's like, we get it. You're doing it for your OnlyFans.
Then they say it's that whinge. Like,
but like, it's like, but why do it in a public gym? Like, a time and a place.
They can. That's the reason. Because they can.
But that's always
no one's stopping them.
But that's like the times. Like, that reminds me of the times like when I used to go out, and people like, and it makes no sense. Like, why we're an open? It's fucking. Can I laugh? Because I remember that when I was like kind of like a roadie for my friend's band.
An open what?
And like when I was like kind of like a roadie for my mate's band, we went out. So we, like they had a show on, and we're on like break, and we're sitting outside, and there's these chicks coming and going, and they had like the really low cut like revealing tops, and like we're just having a laugh. We're like, oh look at you're pointing out typical, and they're like, oh don't look at stuff like that. It's like, you're the one that's dressing like that clearly.
Yeah.
To advertise yourself, like.
cut low crop, and people look. Yeah,
Like that's what you've dressed like that. You've dressed to be revealing, but then you get like, do you not think
you get
how you're
called out for
dressing?
looking like.
Like, yeah, like it's just like that's like people just do that double negative thing. It's like you're dressing like that, and then people
I mean,
pay
you're not
attention
really
to.
looking. You're just
Yeah,
like there's a difference between looking and looking.
but it's like if I walked around.
if you
with,
look past somebody,
it's like if I was
they'll get
walking
you.
around, but like with a can as a hat. I walked around with a can as a hat. That's clearly
Yeah.
obvious. I've got a can as a hat. Like people are gonna look, and I go to people, don't look at my can. Don't look at my can. Don't look at like I
Yeah.
put it on my head. Like it's literally
Right.
saying, look at me. Like what? Like you can't
No,
wear a
you
can on
can't
your
make
head.
that shit up.
Like, and people literally like have it in their head where it's like, I'm gonna do this, but then you can't complain. Like, it's like, don't put yourself in that situation if you don't want people to like comment on it. Like, you're putting yourself in that situation. People are gonna comment. You expect that to happen because it's just it just does my head in.
Yeah, you can't make that shit up, my boy. You just can't. It's
Like,
like double.
Don't
Not double
complain.
negative, but-
Don't complain if you're not going to participate. Like, don't complain
Yeah.
that you're not participating, but you're not participating. Like,
You're praying if you're not going to participate.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not being included. But it's like, but you're not. But then you're being invited. But then you're not including yourself because I don't want to. It's like, don't complain about not being included when you're not wanting to be like. I feel like I say, people just want to whinge. Like, I feel like people just want to complain about something. It's like you put yourself in that spot or not in that spot, and then complain about it. I know I'm complaining about it, but it's just like the frustration of people. It's just I don't know why people have to make things so convoluted.
Because they can. And
I
they
know.
get reaction to
Just
it.
because you can doesn't mean you should. But it's just like, oh,
No.
it's like
Just
like-
because I can,
it's
I
like-
can
it's
leave
like-
the podcast
it's
right
like
now.
don't
But I
complain. It's like don't complain you went to a zoo
Like,
and you
fuck.
didn't like no, but like don't complain you went to a zoo and didn't see any monkeys when you went to a zoo that specifically doesn't have monkeys. You know what I mean? Like,
There are zoos like that.
but you know what I mean though? Like it's things like that. Like don't go to a Pepsi factory and complain they didn't have any Coca-Cola. Like you specifically went to a Pepsi. You know, like don't go.
Pepsi and Coke are the same thing. Like they're made at the same place.
I know, but like it's
I
just
think
no, they're different. But it's like that. It's
it's
just
the
like
same company. I'm pretty sure.
don't complain about the beach when you've gone to the jungle. Like it's just simple things. It's like don't and people do that. Like don't complain about getting sand in your feet when you went to the beach. Like you chose to go to the beach. The beach is 90% sand. Don't you know what I mean? Like you're putting yourself in these situations. Oh, I went to the beach. It was hot and I got burnt. What time did you go? Oh, during the day. Did you put sunscreen on? No. Well, I mean, maybe that's why. Like, I don't know. It's just use a little bit of brain. I feel like it's just, people just don't use their brains.
What brains?
It's like I know I do silly things, but I don't complain about it. Like it's like it's like me the other day.
You'll complain, but it's more of fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah, it's like me the other day. I was sitting in here and I was like, why the fuck am I sweating? And I realised because the main fan I'd bumped the cable and the plug wasn't plugged in, and the other fan was facing the other direction. But that's the me problem because I didn't realise to turn the fan and plug the other fan back in because I knocked it. But like, I was like, oh, that's on me. Like, nothing to complain about. It's just like I forgot to-
Right? It's just you don't complain. You just say fuck, and then just do it.
Yeah,
Fix it.
but there's people out there that will complain about it. It'll be someone's problem. They'll
God
blame
forbid you've posted that on social media. Like, god dang, my fan was unplugged.
Yeah, there's people like that though. Hey, they'll complain and blame it on someone. Somebody plugged the fucking fan.
Someone unplugged my damn fan.
Like,
But
oh,
But they wouldn't say they bumped the thing and unplugged it.
oh, I know. People just, I mean, anyway.
I know. It's social media.
I wanna.
Social media. I love it. Technically, it was always just Facebook beforehand and MySpace.
MySpace.
Never did MySpace though. I wasn't an emo kid.
Space. My book. My face.
Yeah, that was the most savage social media
Space.
because you literally had your top friends and that was it. Like you literally.
Yeah, it
people
literally,
on a
yeah,
list.
it told you. It did it automatically. It showed everyone who you spoke to the most. Like it stalked your shit. Like you didn't choose. Like it goes, okay, these are the people you spoke to the
No,
most.
you could choose though. You could choose on another list, like your top
Yeah.
friends. But like,
But like you could. It also algorithm to
if
show
you were a
everyone.
friend that didn't see yourself, fuck it hell.
Yeah,
It's like that person clearly values someone else over you. So
I mean, it was funny.
I don't know, like people missed MySpace. So Like people fucking miss it.
I know. Every now and then. It's so
I
weird
never
though.
had
Like
it,
every
but
now
I
and then I
can't
look
miss
at my
it.
account. Like you can still log into your account because I can't remember who owned it. Someone else owned it. It's a different type of
I
platform
think you
now.
still use it, but it's something. Yeah,
But
something
it's so
else.
outdated. Like there's so much stuff missing because it got
That's
corrupted.
probably a
when
good thing.
Yeah, like it's just crazy. Like what you could do with it back
Probably a
then.
good thing it's not there.
But you did
because-
actually have like it was weird because you had some decent
I'm
customizations.
gonna check see if I can find my MySpace.
But like I used to
I'm gonna
customize
find it now.
like you could customize your MySpace back in the day. You could do your own layouts, and that was I used to, like that's where some of my graphic design stuff started because I used to design my layouts and stuff for MySpace, and then they took that away.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. Like it was fun. I can't remember what my
But yeah, MySpace is all like, oh god, it's all music now, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if I can remember my password.
I'm trying to remember what my
Oh my god.
I'm gonna look it now.
I'll try and find it. I'll go into forget password.
I've logged
I
in
know the,
before. I've logged into it
No
before.
one's got to remember their password from that long ago.
I only
Oh,
logged
you'd
into
be
it like
surprised.
recently-ish. Because it should be the one email address I've had forever. We emailed you with instructions, but I just can't remember the password. I did change it at one point. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You know, there's a game called Akuna
This is
Matata.
for me for another turn.
Yeah, I can't.
I'll look for it.
Akuna Matata. Oh fuck.
Junk. Did I get in my junk? No.
Alright.
I can't remember.
But it'll be something for another turn. We're gonna burn time.
Yeah, right. Like, but did you see? I've been gonna mention this earlier, but David Lynch passed away a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
78,
Like,
was it?
damn. Something like that. 70 something.
Yeah.
73, 78.
Yeah.
Which
70
country?
something. But yeah, that's fucking sad.
Yeah. Oh, everyone
Massive
knows they're going.
director.
Well, that was like
Director.
that was like someone I saw post up. It's like someone saying because David Lynch passed away, for respects, like everyone should just go in the forest with a cup of coffee and a cigarette and just smoke in the forest. Like because the guy was like, I've never smoked in my life, but I'm gonna smoke one out for him, and he's just standing in the middle, like doing. It was like a Sam Lake, just in the middle of the forest. Like they had the camera pan zoomed out, and he's just sitting there like smoking. He's just like Sam Lake style. Like he was just standing there, like slowly sipping his coffee.
Yeah, well,
and
Sam Lake
having
did put up a post about David Lynch too.
So
I'm guessing he's probably gonna
have a coffee
in the
for
forest,
it.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but I was like, that's kind of random.
Who,
Like,
who hasn't driven out to a remote area like the forest and just be like, hop out of their car and be like, oh, there's no one around. I'm just gonna have a cigarette.
Like I was almost like I've never really smoked ciggies, but I was like maybe like
haven't,
I could
yeah.
almost end up for David Lynch, like just go out in the middle.
I'll
of the forest,
probably do a cigar instead. Like go all fucking out and have a cigar.
cigar. That's for Arnold. I'll do a stogie when Arnold passes.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's
gonna
anyone
be-
who passes.
That's gonna be a sad day when Arnold passes. I'll definitely have to light a stogie. I'll have to catch up with you, Wookie. We have to do a stogie for Arnold when.
Arnold. I haven't had a cigar in ages.
Oh, that's been a while.
Normally, I'd have it for classic events like a wedding or
Yeah,
someone's child's born.
because I remember you
or
ripped about a
whatever
few
like that.
times. Like I remember a few times you ripped about. Like,
Yeah, well, I
"Here,
did.
look at this.
I watched
yeah,
like
I
a recent movie
like
with
a
him in it,
cigar.
and he had a cigar like it was The Expendables, and he had a cigar the whole time.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you can't have it like a cigar. You gotta have it just. It's a puff.
Yeah, because you don't inhale at all. Like you
don't inhale.
You don't inhale a cigar. Like you just have
No,
it sitting
no.
there.
It's one of those things where you got to be outside, of course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to a nice cigar bar and just having, but it's more of a special occasion.
Just don't
I know,
be
cigars
occasional
very
fan,
interesting.
because you won't be able to see anything in there.
Well, anything that I vape mainly. That's what I normally do. I'll have a cigarette occasionally, But I mainly just gone on to the vape, and eventually after the vape, I'll probably just quit it altogether.
Right.
Eventually, there's still things that kind of make it get stressful, but that's why it's more calming effect
But
if
have a
anything.
shot of some whiskey or something and go, yeah, fuck it, done.
Well, yeah. I was talking about that into whiskey that I had a few podcasts ago. Remember?
Better for you. Just have a shot
Yeah.
of pure whiskey and then just continue your shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I was checking out some ones I want to have. I wouldn't mind getting another bottle of blackened whiskey, the Metallica one again.
you wouldn't shot that though, Jesus.
Oh, don't shot it. You sip it. Yeah, it's just a nice. Yeah.
Savor.
I can just have it straight. It's good.
Yeah.
But
So like you don't
relaxing.
shot a good whiskey like that. No.
Well, it's that blackened whiskey goes for like $130 a bottle. Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it though, right? Like you'd definitely buy it again. Like,
oh yeah, I'll get it. It's a nice sipping one. If I got to get 2 bottles again, one to drink and one to just keep for,
yeah, put on the shelf or something. Like put on.
Yeah. Just to say I have it. Just
Because that is a limited thing. Like they won't make it forever.
They'll do different batches, so each batch has its own playlist for it.
Yeah.
And who knows if you'll ever have the same batch again. So, like it makes something different. Just
Are you gonna get the Megadeth beer, the Iron Maiden whiskey, whatever it is?
I was looking at a website that's Australian. It's an Australian website. They sell all the alcohol that is like band-based alcohol.
Isn't that funny? It's always metal bands who make like a whiskey or a beer.
Oh yeah. There was one I wouldn't mind getting my hand, which was Frenzal Rom, and they brought out a cask wine, like Goon, their own Goon, which was a 4-liter Goon bag, box of Goon.
That blackened whiskey's fucking $300.
Oh yeah, it's gone up. I got it for like $80, and that's why I had 2 bottles.
But he lost the bottles.
Oh, they're somewhere.
It's only for $2.29, $3.95, and $2.93.
Oh, okay, so it's gone up quite a bit. I thought it was
one's fruitbat.com, one's Skull and Barrel, the other one's
go to groblords.com.
Groglords.
Yeah, that's an Australian.
Why does Dan Murphy's not have blackened whiskey? Like they should
have
that.
No, it's a banned alcohol. Most like the bottle shops won't have it.
Why? Because it's too fucking good.
Actually, there is one thing I was talking about which I had in Melbourne last. Buckfast. It's a fortified wine.
Oh, they got the fucking Slipknot one too. God damn.
Yeah, they got the Slipknot one. Yeah, Buckfast. It is a fortified wine. It is full of caffeine. So essentially, it will keep you awake and extremely drunk.
That's filthy. You can afterpay the grog. God dang it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like the last trap for me. I learned recently, which I told you, Jim, that I could Solana my V-Bucks, which is a trap.
Yeah. I think you better say that Pokemon thing for me. I was like, Pokemon scalpers, man.
Oh, don't even get me started with the Pokemon scalpers. Don't even fucking start.
No, I'm not gonna. I just said I just saw a video of these grown adults in their 30s, 40s just grabbing armfuls and putting them in a cart. Like I'm just like.
Well, did you see well, because it's 24-hour Kmart, they have them in New South Wales, whatever it is. They fucking there's people lining going to Kmart's at 24, waiting for the rollover so the embargo drops and then the new Pokemon cards come out and then they buy them up. They can't buy them all up.
I would never not call them fucking idiots for.
But what's even worse?
Cardboard and selling them.
Fucking tech decks.
Yeah, tech decks.
I got a SpongeBob one.
Fucking...
I'm gonna go grab it. I got it a couple weeks back. I think I showed it. I need to stand up. Anyway, that's what I got.
Soulfly have a vodka.
Yeah, they've got one.
Black. I want to get that number 9 Slipknot whiskey. That bottle's amazing.
Fucking SpongeBob tech deck. SpongeBob tech deck.
Oh god.
But okay, this is for a kid. This is a kid's toy. It's a fucking tech deck. But no, of course, adults have to buy things like this as well. That are like $5-6, and they sell them for like $30 online. Fucking pathetic.
Ghost has a gin like.
It really pisses me off because it's like SpongeBob, like the SpongeBob ones It's the new Sonic ones, and like people, like adults are just buying them and then reselling them online. It's just like,
Yeah. I hope
Why?
no one buys them. Like, I fucking hope no one does.
it's like it's a kid's toy. Like the Sonic ones look cool. Like, what if I wanted to get a Sonic one or a Shadow one for Jack? Well, I can't because I
I
can't
only
find
gave
them.
into a scalpel one time.
Yeah.
And that was for my fucking disc drive because I needed that.
Yeah, but
Because
like,
you look, in the generator, there's still no stock.
but like that's.
I would have had to wait even longer. Like,
But it
nah,
wasn't
fuck
too
that.
expensive, which wasn't too bad. Like, if it was any more, I would have been like, bro, why are you spending that much? But like, it wasn't too bad.
It was only double the price. It wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
it's reasonable. Like that's why I've always said, like, it's a certain fine line.
And I needed that. Like,
But when people are selling like kids' toys that are a $5 toy,
kids' toys, yeah.
and then charging like 4 to 5 times the amount for it, like that's just ridiculous.
Black and ride the lightning.
It just does my head in, like constantly, like.
Right,
And then, like
it's
the kids' toys, like Hot Wheels are bad for it. Like I buy stuff, but I get one.
Yeah, I
of
don't
it.
get. It's always kids' toys, Hot Wheels and Tech Deck.
Yeah, like I get Hot Wheels, but I only get like
the kids
one.
are missing out. Like you're literally fucking over the kids. Like
It does my head in. It's like, and I'm in the groups, and they just like it's just filthy watching these groups, like people just
I
buying
just
so
hope
many.
that the new graphics cards, Nvidia cards, and AMD don't get scalped because
They shouldn't. I mean,
they're coming out very soon. Like some in the next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
What he? Oh, he's a fucking dickhead. You know who's being a fucking dickhead?
Eddie.
Like, it's just like on TikTok. It's just got a notification saying he followed me. He already was following me on his account. Mind you, he made a second account. Then he was following me. Then he's unfollowed me. And then followed me. It's like, why can't people just?
Wookie,
you follow someone.
You're a
stay
rum
followed,
fan, right?
Yeah, I like rum.
That Volbeat rum, 3rd gen.
Yeah.
That bottle just looks amazing by itself.
I was eyeing off the Deftones tequila.
Deftones tequila.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Oh, is that a coming one?
on its way.
Yeah, coming.
Deftones tequila.
But anyway, I'm just gonna get worked up and start calling people out for shit that don't even be they can be called out for, but I don't think it's my place to call them out. But I'm just
do like a bonus clip where it's like
you
just call out all these people by name, and it's just ranting. It's like and you'll be like having people pay for that bonus content because they want to see if their name is you ranting on them for the next
If you like
hour.
vodka, Wookie, there's a good sale on right now for that Soulfly for an eye vodka.
Oof.
One bottle is $69, 2 for $99.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Okay,
is that a typo? Because like 2 for $99, like it's.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, no, I've been liking like
buy one get one half price basically.
Like
get
vodka
one half price,
sodas. I've been enjoying vodka sodas lately.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm getting for Australia Day, so I can because I'm just gonna have a few drinks, is because I've got stuff with the family as well during that week.
Yeah.
My Costco, right?
Yeah.
So jugs of pre-mixed margaritas, tequila, $45 for like a jug.
Yeah.
45.
Yeah,
and
that's not bad.
It's $45. So I've asked them like, hey, look, I'm just gonna have a bit of margarita because I've got some tequila and margarita mix right now. I was gonna have a margarita, but I'm like, what about this margarita mix? It's like, oh, it's $45 a jug, and I'm like, oh, give me 2. I want 2 of them because I'm gonna get shit faced on Australia Day. I'm just gonna relax, do that because housemate's throwing up like a few of their friends coming over. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna enjoy, just a few margaritas that day and mingle around and just sit in the hot tub and just relax. So that's pretty much my Australia Day, and then
that's all right.
I've got the whole week off, my birthday week.
Nice.
And I'm gonna finally check out Brisbane's newest attraction, which is the not new, but I'm gonna go finally check out the before it goes bankrupt.
Yeah, when do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really been to the casino. Like I've been
I've
thinking
not
about it.
checked it out at all. I think I might even just go the full shebang, and apparently I've been offered a night there at the casino hotel.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to take up the offer for that and stay there for one night.
Because there is actually a lot of stuff
Use the
there
life.
at the casino, like how they built it out. Like I have seen people go.
Oh,
have,
yeah,
like, they have
there's
like
a lot
shops.
of
It's like a lot of
things there.
complex. It's a weird complex.
But nothing's in it.
Yeah, like it's very weird. Like I mean, like it's weird.
You know when it opened, 2 bars open.
Yeah.
And there was only like one restaurant, but they had
Yeah.
all these empty spaces and nothing else.
That's what I mean.
open.
Like it's very strange because like it's all built out for all these things, but there's like nothing there. There's things there which don't make sense to be at a casino, and then there's nothing. Like it's very weird. Like the building they built.
Don't
like,
worry, it's probably a money laundering scheme somewhere because it's partially
100%.
owned by the Hong Kong triads or something like that.
Oh.
It's true. Haven't you heard of that?
No.
No, but like that is definitely a laundering thing happening.
No. Well, they were in trouble not too long ago about using the casino itself to launder money. They did go under investigation. But if you check out Star Casino / triads, you'll actually find out that the casino is actually partially owned by the Black Lotus or something.
Oh, I have heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually partially owned by the like Underworld.
Yeah.
So,
I think so. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, let us know if you do go to the city or something. Let us know because I want to go
You
out.
definitely would not want to fuck up and like rip them off, would you?
Yeah. It's it's partially owned.
I'll be fucking
Hopefully.
coming for you at that point.
Yeah. No. But Star Casino is partially owned by Hong Kong triads.
Okay, so partially means it's probably not a laundering thing then.
Oh, I mean, it still can.
No. They were in trouble for money laundering.
Yeah, but they probably aren't now. Then they're probably a legit business. If they get caught again, like
Yeah, well, the building is going bust, so.
Yeah, no, it's they've been in trouble. They're under investigation. So the thing that was happening is, people would come in with dirty money, and obviously the easiest way to launder money is to go to a
gamble
casino.
it. Yeah, to gamble it.
Yeah, it's to gamble it. Yeah, it's go to a casino because you go to the table or whatever else, you put in the money, and then when you go to the cashier, I'm like, I'd like these fresh dollar, these $100 bills, please. Like, oh, I bet like $900. Oh, look, I'm walking out with the same amount of money that I have, but it's all legal now because of money laundering.
Yeah.
I was just being shut down. Jesus.
Yeah.
No, but if you search it up, the Brisbane Casino.
Yeah, no, that's why I want to go check it out.
In trouble and is technically still in trouble for money laundering. And they
may not
partially
survive beyond
owned.
February. It says there, like fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you check it out, that the casino is partially owned, at least like half of it, that is owned by the underworld. So, like money laundering and owned Chinese mafia or something like that. Yeah, well, of course they're in trouble. So I wouldn't mind actually checking out the place before it gets shut down or something else.
Next fucking month at this point, Jesus.
Yeah, and especially they had a lot of trouble when they were opening.
They're in Sydney as well.
Yeah, but the one casino, that's
they get them Brisbane, Sydney.
Yeah, it's the biggest building they had to build. It's the most biggest building they tried to fucking make and everything. It's just stupid.
I want to check. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
I'm checking
it's
out.
crazy.
Like, folks
they've already asked the shareholders twice to tip money. Like,
it's just fucking wild. Like that's why I wanted to check it out as well because I was curious. But especially now that's like it could be something that's going to go bust. Like it's going to change because then someone else will have to buy the building and it's going to become something completely different. Like
I'll be staying the night during the week. I'll be catching up dinner for my family and such. So I'm going to check it out and just see what it looks like. Check out the sites.
If no one knows about it, they'll probably do end up in a scenario where the equity is worthless.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So in other words, go there now and try and make some money off before they like turn around and say, "Sorry, can we give you an IOU for the amount of money that you just won?" So we'll see what happens. I'll just bet everything on black at the roulette.
Okay, so the
It's
business
fine.
wouldn't stop operating. It's just more of a matter of who actually got control of the assets. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, as I said, half
It'd
the
be someone
business
else who's
is
running
owned.
it.
Yeah.
That's probably not a bad thing.
Oh, ow! I don't need back. Oh.
Be run by someone reputable.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm a little bit getting there in the tiredness factor. No, I think I might jump into the hot tub soon to finish off the night. The hot tub. That I'm out of alcoholic drinks, so I have to go downstairs and see if there's any more. I could make a margarita, sit in the hot tub.
Margarita.
That's a cool building, though. Like, god dang, that's
it's a massive building that they built up here.
Yeah.
Walkway,
that's why I want to go check it out before they got to like start fucking charging.
Before someone else takes over.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't think
it's going to be better than what it is now. Then I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, it's the story is that the company that owns the other half, like half of the, is a subsidiary of like a company that is owned by like the Hong Kong mafia or something like that.
Yeah, but still, like, keep them fucking out of there. Get hold of you, someone owning it would be amazing. Someone who knows how to run something like that. That's
but a lot of them do though. That's the thing. A lot of those are the ones that own these things. Casinos are owned by, things like that are owned by
shit. So like, what the fuck is happening?
With all the crazy shit.
No one's going. No one's going there. Like,
fucking. Anyway, we might as well get to go through our fucking. You said you got a couple of pickups, did you?
Yeah. I've got a couple of bangers that I used to own. My very first platinum was one of these games. Back on the PS3. But I got Cricket Does.
You got the Ashes! That's what you've been playing. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Like, this game you could play today in like a modern game. It's weird. Like, I was playing it last night. It looks like a modern game still.
I guess it looks pretty decent.
2009, because it's made by Codemasters.
Yeah.
And it is fucking still amazing. I love it. And the other one for the 360.
You bought it twice.
The 360.
You just bought it twice.
They're like $6 each. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
That's funny.
Like,
for each platform.
They've even got the stickers still there, like, because you don't need them, but as a collector, like,
it's an official license. Yeah, it's the official.
Yeah. People take them off.
I know.
Still, very good. Fucking for 16 years ago. Crazy, 16 years. But all I've seen was this, right? And they said I had a manual. They showed the disc as like I had a manual. I opened it, right? Like, hey, manual's there.
Yeah. But it's not clipped in.
They took the fucking clips off.
No clips.
They took the clips. I was like, and they're a clean thing. Like, they're a clean cut. Like, someone literally just took them off.
I know some cases didn't have them. Like they were like that. It was weird.
Oh, that might be the one then, because like there's no broken bits.
Yeah.
It's just clean.
Yeah, I don't know why they made them like that. They were like a cheap brand case.
But it's an Xbox case. Like, I don't get it. So I'm gonna order a new one that has the.
Hopefully, it has
the picture I've seen has the tabs,
Yeah.
and I'm pissed off.
It's faded, is it?
It's meant to be green like that.
It's faded.
It's meant to be the same as this.
Yeah. It's faded.
It's meant to be the exact same as
that.
that.
Yeah, because even the G-rated gone blue or something. Like it's faded as well.
Like, try and get the light off it.
The G at the bottom is no longer green. It's light.
Yeah, like even the 360, like up there, like you can't really. Maybe it's just because you can't see it. It's turned a different color. Like that's gone the same color as that green. And so I got to order another one. Lucky I did see it. It had the spine that wasn't faded. Just think, like, how many games people are selling have the faded spine, like because people didn't care about the sun on their cases. Like, if I just wish they showed that, and the fact that like there was no the book just floats in there.
Yeah, they mostly thought it was just normal. These
Right.
things are normal, but it's not.
So I'm buying another one. That would come out fine though. Like that was perfect,
Well, that's
thankfully.
alright. It's not too bad.
But no, like these. If you're an easy platinum, not easy, but it's a 1 out of 10. Get this. Even so, that's what I got on both. So I can do it on both.
Basically.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get the platinum here, then go on there and get the full 1,000 on there. Like, yeah.
Why
It's
not?
not playing the game. You have to go out of your way to do things.
Oh, you do have to go out of your way, but they're easy.
Like you've got to hit 6 sixes in an over, like 6 balls in a row, sixes, 6 fours in a row. You've got to do all the tutorials,
Yeah.
stuff,
It's not
just
too.
stuff like that.
It's not too bad.
No, I said that was my very first platinum back in the day on the PS3. I think I only had like 3 platinums on the PS3.
Oh, yeah, that's.
I think I'm beating that currently. I think I've got margin and all that,
Yeah.
and that'll be soon. So, but
Oh,
no, that's all I think that's all I got recently.
that's alright.
But I do have a few more. I actually, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, that game on the PS2, and
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
360 version which I picked up.
yeah.
I'm like, ooh, 360.
That's alright.
I'm like, achievements.
Yeah, why not?
And
That's
Ants
it.
Extreme Racing, which we hear maybe next week as well.
Mhm.
I didn't know there was an Ants game.
Yeah.
Ants, what?
The ants.
Yeah, the Ants movie was still owned in that. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
racing game
Yeah.
What? Oh my
on
There's a
god.
couple
the PS2 and the Xbox. Yeah,
It's a couple of games they made, I think. Didn't they? It's a couple of different things.
no, just the racing. It's kind of like 3 or 4 years after the movie. It's like, okay. I kind of wish we got get a sequel to that. Because I know it.
Classic Earthworm Jim. That brings back memories.
Imagine they made a new one, man, or remade the old ones. Because that's stuck on the old hardware, right? Like that's stuck on the
Yeah.
SNES and that. Was it the SNES or the 64? I don't know. I know you can get Earthworm Jim on PS3 and that 360,
Mm.
but they're just ports of the old games, just ported over.
Let's see.
But like, if we get a modern Earthworm Jim, that'd be amazing.
That
Whoever
would be
makes
nice.
that?
Oh.
I don't think whoever owns it anymore.
There hasn't been anything recent with Earthworm Jim for a while.
No.
I've got my one pickup for the week, Jim.
Yes. It's on the Nintendo Switch. Earthworm Jim is. Yes.
What Joker?
Oh, the
Ooh.
Steelbook.
Joker. It's actually really nice.
Yes.
That's the front. Him in the rain under the coloured umbrellas.
He's literally getting rained on. Like.
And then there's the back of it. It's him and
Ooh,
Gaga at
nice.
the back. And the
Yes.
the inside's pretty nice as well.
Oh, nice. Anything
Pretty
behind the discs, or is it just?
No, it's just more of the stage.
Oh, yep.
But no, it was.
That's cool how they actually did that. Not hiding behind it.
Yeah. But no, it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed this movie, just like I did the first. It was good. Good watch. I recommend watching it.
Activision had Earthworm Jim.
Because I don't know why that movie got so much hate, but clearly people didn't understand the movie.
Well, the first movie wasn't a musical, and the second one was. Like, kind of. You don't want to start going.
Because
Yeah.
they didn't want to do a second movie.
But at the same sense, it's not
So
a
they did
musical.
that.
It's not a musical though. At the same sense, there's reason explained in the movie why there's kind of in a sense musical moments, but it's not musical moments because like basically there's a scenario in the movie. They said like to express yourself if you can't because it's like a psycho. It's set basically in Arkham Hospital, so it's the Arkham.
Yeah.
And basically, a scene in the movie is there's like a music class, and it's used to help those express themselves through music. So like try and sing it out, and they try and and that's basically it takes from that, and that's why there's some kind of musical moments, but they aren't actually music moments. Like they're in his head.
No, they're in his
basically.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen that. Yeah.
Like if you've seen, like this movie felt very much more in line. If you've ever seen that Bronson movie with Tom Hardy. Yeah. How that's very weird and obscurely twisted. That's like that. It's very obscurely and twisted and art housey like that. Like if you like that, then you'll be fine with this because I understood what was going on and you could basically get what was his psychosis like scenes and what weren't. Like you can basically understand it through the process and there are like these musical numbers, but they're like stage show musical numbers, not just like musical moments. There's a reason, you know, it's explained why that's a music moment. So people just got very weird. Like, yeah, it's not like Wicked level musical or like Mary Poppins level musical. Like, it's just, yeah, it's different. But no, it was good. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like, it's just weird how people are just hating on it for all these different things. It's just like, because people like had all these things. Like, it makes sense. Like, if you've watched the first movie, then watch this, or like. It's very thoroughly explained. Everything's thoroughly explained in this movie to keep you on the page of what's going on compared to the first movie. Because the first movie had those tropes where it was like, it made you kind of get an understanding for the character and then realize he had these psychosis problems. And then that's like the reveal in the first movie that he was psychosis and imagined certain scenarios. And because we were already become aware of that, they didn't really need to explain the same depth like you knew then because like they
the
did,
ending of the
didn't.
first movie kind of was bullshit because
Hey,
he's locked up, right?
yeah, he's still locked up.
The end of the first movie is just stupid then because it had like the whole city like it's got to burn. I was like, but he's locked up.
Yeah, he got locked away, and then that's what it follows scenario on from that. Like he's still locked up, and they're proceeding through it.
Like,
yeah, I just assumed it would lead because at the end of the first movie it was he got out
completely different than what the second movie
is.
is like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
like
how did
180. Like what
no,
the fuck?
it follows through because he's still in the mental hospital at the end of the first movie, and he's still in it in this movie. And it's basically the premise of the movie is proceeded that Harvey Dent wants to execute him, put him on the execution block, like.
But the ending of that first movie is just stupid at that point.
Yeah.
Now that second movie is out, it's redundant. Like it shouldn't.
Well, not really. Like he did the whole city burn down. And you see it at the end of the first movie that he got caught and sent to a hospital, like the mental hospital.
Yeah,
like he got caught and sentenced, and this movie follows on those proceedings from that.
retarded.
But they do wrap up the scenario with the ending. Of the
There's gonna be no more. Thankfully.
Yeah, they wrapped it up, but it still has an open
There
expanded
should have been a
universe.
second one in the first place. Like he just got.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't necessary to make.
Yeah,
a second
well, I mean,
one.
it
5
definitely-
years later, like that shouldn't have been like.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely it's not necessarily necessary, but they did continue the expansion, and they explained the whole wrapping up anyway. They wrapped it up, but the universe still exists in a sense because there's
Well, that's in the That's in its own universe anyway. It's
Yeah.
not connected to anything.
Yeah.
but they
Same as Batman. That's in its own universe too.
yeah, but they make acknowledge different characters, like they've mentioned Harvey Dent and tie-ins to
Like
other
if
characters and stuff like
the
that.
Joker was to come into the new DCU, it'd be someone else. It wouldn't be people.
Yeah, no.
But I did really. I don't want to really talk about the ending, but I really enjoyed the ending to this. It was a really good, like, turn at the end. It was really nice. Like I said, I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the first. Like, I really enjoyed the first one.
Like that first movie is still a 10 out of 10. Nothing comes close. Like that
Yeah,
first movie was so good.
like that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't say a
Well,
complete
people
10 out
hated
of 10.
that too because it was boring. I'm like, well,
And I think that's the problem. A lot of people went in
Joker
with that.
is boring. Like,
It's serious.
there's a reason he's a side.
It's a
he's
serious
side
movie
main
though.
villain.
Like it's not meant to be like fun and enjoyable and like it's a serious movie. Like it's like a drama. Like it's
Like,
more
it's-
about story narrative. And,
Yeah, right.
And like I said, it's really cool how they did this one. And I like that he actually used it as an actual way to like end it. Like he actually did an ending and wrote it so there's no, that character is done and it's written up, it's done. Like it's because
There's no more.
like that was the first one meant to be like that. It was meant to be one and done, but
Yeah,
it had the
but
popularity narrative and they wanted to
I
push for it. It's
think-
like, okay, let's do this and then
I think
actually ends.
he had to do a second one. So
Yeah, and that's why it wraps up nicely, so it's good. But no, definitely worth the watch. Definitely, if you enjoyed the first movie, definitely watch this movie. Like, I enjoyed it. I liked it. Still one of my
Yeah.
favorite. Like this version of the Joker is actually one of my favorite versions of the Joker. Like I like the depth they went into and the narrative, like unreal.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
Joker is fucking good.
like
I mean,
just
it's
the
nothing
levels.
like comic book Joker. Like
No,
it's its own thing.
yeah,
But
like Arthur
that
Fleck.
and the
You know,
Arkham Joker. Fucking
like Arthur Fleck is a character that existed. He is a version of
Arkham
a
Joker
Joker.
was Troy Baker and Mark Hamill, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But no, like Arthur Fleck is like an existing character. Like he is a narrative in the comics. Like he is a version of the Joker. But I like how they
It
did
just
their
depends
version
how
of
you he's
their
portrayed many
version
ways.
of Arthur Fleck. It was really nice, and just like I said,
It's like how Batman's got different Batman. Like it's him, but different. Like you got Batman, the brave new Batman. You got this Batman, that Batman, the future Batman.
The level of depth, like I said, the level of like layering they had to him and unraveling, and actually seeing a Joker actually have more depth, like actually have a proper depth to it, seeing the levels of emotion and psychosis, and understanding how a character got to the point, and then the character's evolutions and stuff like that. But being aware of problems and how they, you know what I mean? Like actually,
I just wish we got that with Heath Ledger's one before he passed.
Like they delve deeper with his character, because it would have been cool.
Because I think they're building up to something, but then he passed, and
like how he always had his like how he always had his narrative stories where he always talked about like how he got his scar. Like they tried to like. He always had a story every time.
Up to a point.
Yeah, like he always had a story of like how things happened, why things happened. What was real, what was not. Like, what were you to believe when every time you told someone a story of how he got his scars?
And then again, that Joker wasn't. He was very smart. He wasn't fucked up in the head.
That's what I mean.
The difference between the Joker movie and like Joker being in Batman movies is because the Joker in Batman movies was a comic book character. The Joker in the Joker movies is more of an art.
Yeah, they're two complete different Jokers.
Completely different, and not just that. It's the approach for it. As you said, it's more of an art form than anything.
Yeah.
With a detailed story, but then you've got the Joker in like DC movies, such as Batman movies,
and he's just
they're a villain. They're a villain. But
they're more comic than they're
more
comic portrayals
than anything. Yeah,
or they're there to be a plot point. Like they're a character to be a plot point where he is the narrative. Like that's why we got so much. It was so nice because he is the narrative. Like we got to see those layers of.
I think it's an approach that
that's cool.
Needs like it was nicely done in the first one,
which is why he only needed one movie, because the Joker's not a main.
Character. But I mean,
he's not a main.
You can have a story about the Joker, and
I mean, if you look
just like that first Joker movie,
it's just the way you approach it is probably depending. You can take it in the many directions.
Because you can't do like the Heath Ledger Joker, give him a solo movie. It wouldn't fucking work.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you can only go so far with the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
you
just
can do so much with it.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same with Batman.
Because you always need Batman. You always need
Batman's the same
thing.
Joker. Like Batman's the same thing. There's only so many you can do with the characters. Like we had the trilogy of the Dark Knight. Like that's as far as they went, because like even then, like if that universe existed, the Dark Knight was like Batman was done. Like it was going to be like Nightwing would have been the takeover, like all the like they themselves, because they would have been another character in sense, being over. Like that's.
But then they ended it because it was done. Like
that's like we've talked about with Spider-Man, which we've come up with a million times. Like there's only so many times you can do a movie. Like you can go expand a character and then you're done with it. Like
that's right.
3
the
movies
trilogy
with Toby.
was fine for Tom Holland. That's all he needed. Like,
but they're doing
dragging it out.
So it's a
I'm
point where
over.
That's again, it's the same thing with like Iron Man or like Thor, like those characters. You can only do those characters
in trilogies
for so long, and like their story, like how much more of their story are you can expand on? Like you only get to a point where it's like, okay,
tell me Iron Man had the whole first 3 phases.
The same with Star Wars. Like, okay, Star Wars. Technically, it was mainly based on the Sky. Okay, the whole set of Star Wars is Skywalker's, right? But at least the one trilogy was mainly set on Luke. Their prequel was Anakin, and then the last trilogy was set on Rey. She's not Skywalker. But you know what I mean? Like they didn't go any further because you don't go.
No, but they are continuing her further now.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like
she'll always be a Palpatine. She's not a fucking Skywalker.
I know. But like that's something for another day. But like that's what I'm saying. There's only so far you can go with characters that you can only scale out so much in depth. Even though they are like Batman's a main character for Batman. It works for comic books, or it works because they always spit out new narratives all the time, even though it's part of the same storyline. But like when it's visual, like you can only go so far because it becomes what becomes too much, and you just force feeding everyone all this.
I just want
media.
the God of War show.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like, that is what Kratos is one you can just keep going with.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to have that.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a teaser animated thing for the secret level, and they never ended up coming out. Fucking annoying.
Well, they'll probably
No, that's
save
season
it for
2, I
season
think.
2, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. It was supposed to be for fucking season 1, and I think they've delayed it, and then it's like, oh.
No, a
Season
lot
2
of
or
that
something.
stuff for season 1 was already done because, especially
Yeah.
with that one that was made for a game that's already been cancelled.
Yeah,
Because
Concord.
Yeah.
Yeah, Concord, because the production for it is always,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
plus
they
you
should
don't
keep
want
it
to
in
have
there. Like, it's not a bad thing, but
and you don't want to have like all the AAA games made in the first season. What do
That
you
was like that was like when
Yes.
they talked about the bloody crossover one that they propositioned of doing the Master Chief Cross Doom one, and Microsoft apparently cancelled it. They're like, no, we're not going to do that. Like
Yeah.
that would have been interesting to watch. A random, crossover.
just have them separate. Like,
No,
you
but
don't need
this
to cross
this
them,
was actually
like-
going to be a product. No, this was going. Well, this is from then though. Like this is from the secret level,
Yeah.
like production. Like they wanted to do a crossover, like Master Chief Doom, but
Yeah, but
Microsoft said no.
just keep them separate. Yeah, they did a good. That's the best call ever.
But we wouldn't have Master Chief without Doom, though. That was the point of the crossover,
No.
because Master Chief is a knockoff of Doom. Like, he is
Yeah.
the Doom Slayer. Like, that's where he's paradised from. Like, that's why they wanted to do it, because, like, they're the exact same. They both wear green armor, and they both fight aliens, and they're both fucking, they're they're both the exact same. It's just Doom's more brutal than Halo is.
Oh,
Like,
did you see the thing though? Talking about Halo. It's
Yeah.
been confirmed, 99% confirmed that Halo Master Chief Collection on Switch 2 and
oh,
PS5.
Switch 2.
Like, ooh, on the Switch,
I
yeah.
know they said PS5, that makes his Master Chief, Gears 4.
Yeah, Switch 2 as well.
And all that's coming
Right.
over.
Halo on Switch, that'd be interesting.
The Switch 2, I mean, if that's coming to Switch 2, that's showing you how good the Switch 2 is. Like,
No, not really. It's going to be just a bit better than what it is now. It's going to run 1080p, it's about it.
Yeah, but
maybe 1440 if you upscale on the
Switch
dock,
2 is going to
but-
be better if it's going to be able to hold, if it's going to be able to play the Master Chief Collection.
that's going to be on the cloud, though. It won't be actual on a thing.
Still, I guess, yeah, streaming it.
Yeah.
Cloud is streaming. Yeah, if it's
Whereas
streaming it.
PlayStation, you get it all, native on the
That makes
thing,
sense. If
where
it's
the
going to be,
Switch-
if it's streamed, that makes
Halo
sense.
Master Chief Collection's way too big for Switch.
That's what I was going to say. If it's coming to Switch, I'm like, that's pretty decent for the Switch. But no, if it's cloud gaming, that makes sense because you fucking play anything on the cloud.
It would have to be cloud because you can't put on a cartridge.
No, but I was saying if they were doing something like that, that'd be crazy.
It'll be online only, then that makes more sense than the cartridge. But
no, that makes
you
sense.
can't
if it's
download
cloud.
individual things.
But then that means
can't
they're
do
just
that
going to
one.
bring the whole fucking Game Pass to mesh with Nintendo. Then, if that's the case,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what they said. But that's what they said a while back. But that's what they were trying to do. Work a deal out with PlayStation, and PlayStation was like, we don't need your Game Pass.
Yeah, they don't fucking need it. Neither does Nintendo.
No,
they
but
don't need it either.
But that's what they were trying to do. It was more of what Microsoft wanted to try and get more
Just put
outreach.
your games on there. Just keep
Yeah.
Game Pass on your own thing or whatever.
But that's
whoever else
what
wants it.
that's what Xbox trying to do. They're trying to get away with consoles, be done with it, and just have
Well, they're the next Sega.
Game Pass on it. Yeah, have it
They're
published
gonna be
everywhere.
they're gonna be a fourth party publisher.
That's why they want.
Because
That's why.
first and third.
That's why they're trying to get
but
everything
third
onto
party.
Game Pass, so then they can just go, here, you can access Game Pass, just buy a controller. That's why Xbox tries to sell so many
Yeah.
controllers. Because then all you need to do is buy a controller, have a TV that, or any device that takes Bluetooth, connect your controller to it, and just cloud game it or whatever.
Or even just plug it in, like
Yeah.
either like.
So you can just cloud game it. Theoretically, with that sense being the sense, that's why, like, if technically, with that same sense, if PlayStation had a web browser, you could load up Game Pass through a web browser and play it on your PlayStation.
PlayStation doesn't have a web browser though.
No, that's what I'm saying, but if it did, that's how you could do it. Because you could access cloud
It's weird
gaming.
they don't, because
Like-
the PS4 had one.
Yeah. So, I think they're trying to get away
I
with
guess
it, but like,
but the thing is, the PlayStation is a gaming machine.
yeah.
It always has been.
But with that sense, I mean, it wouldn't be supported, but that means you could basically access Game Pass on your fucking fridge then. You know, anything that has a fucking computer built into it. It connects to a browser.
Game Pass on your freaking calculator.
Like,
freaking. But
But no.
no, it is interesting
Right.
that like if Halo moves over to PlayStation and Switch, fuck, there's no limit.
Mm. I'm just getting. That's why I'm getting confused by this rebuild now. So is this rebuild maybe a new Halo game they're doing? That I don't know.
I think it's a reboot. Yeah, like
It's
a
just
reboot.
weird. Why? Because it
Which
seems weird.
Then you can't have Downs as chief because it's a reboot. Be someone else, of course. Dude's fucking 70 years old.
That's what gets me though. It's like
you can't have him again for a reboot.
that's what I mean. That's what gets me though. It's like why would you bother bringing over the Master Chief Collection if you're just gonna be rebooting the game anyway? Like
Because they're like, here, you have a taste of Halo, and then because this game ain't for another 5 so years.
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
they only just started working on it.
oh yeah,
Then they're gonna bring over 5 and Infinite, and then the new Halo, like which could be a continuation or a reboot. Who fuck knows? On Unreal Engine 5, just gonna look fucking dog shit.
I'll be better than Infinite.
Halo had a distinct look, and
yeah,
just
but
lost it.
anything's gonna look better than Infinite. That was fucking.
Even it looked like a 1 kind of. Like it had that one Halo 1.
It looked like one's reboot.
Reach was the best. Reach was the best.
Reach looked so fucking good.
Was at that point? Well, that's where the
Halo 3 and Reach were 1 and 2. Like
ODST,
Halo
3
2
ODST,
as well.
and Reach. Yeah, because Reach was where it lasted before it went to 4. 4 changed the whole set of design because the armor changed, everything.
I just found out 4 is fucking stupid because like I got raided last night and they were playing Halo 4.
Yeah.
They're like, don't even play it. It's fucking dog shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. Halo 4 is bad.
I still play.
Halo died at Reach, and they're all like, yeah, agreed. I'm like, everyone knows this.
But that's what I said. I don't even know why. Like I said, this is what annoys me. It's like I don't even know why they changed the armor set. There was no explanation to why he upgraded his
There was
armor.
a reason why Bungie just left after Reach. Like they ended it at the beginning.
No, they left because Microsoft was like, we want you to keep making. They wanted to do. They wanted to do fucking.
Yeah, they ended Halo.
Destiny.
On Reach.
Yeah, but they wanted to do the new project, and Microsoft just wanted them to keep making Halo, and they're like, no, we don't want to. We want to do other projects.
Yeah, because Halo finished. Like there was no more.
It finished where it started. Like yeah, exactly.
3 was an endpoint. 4 Reach was the start point, endpoint. Like
yeah, it showed you the end was the beginning. Like
yeah, like.
But yeah.
But that's Microsoft.
But
they just don't know when to stop.
That's why like the whole
they kill things like Lionhead. Like they
like,
kill
that's
things.
like I said. That's like 3 for 3 was just like it irks me. It's like they're like, oh, we're gonna continue it on though, but we want to be different. It's like you can't continue on to make a sequel, but then be different. Being like, oh, we're gonna change things. So we're gonna like make the armor set different and do these changes. Like why? You got no continuity reason to why these things have changed.
No, but
like.
And you added AI. You killed the AI bots. Like
it's like having Wolverine and the X-Men.
Prometheans. Why?
Like,
why are there AI when you got the Covenant and shit? Like
yeah, but like I know in the comics like Wolverine, there's different versions of Wolverine, but like imagine having Wolverine like Hugh Jackman in X-Men having his 3 blades, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's got 2 in the next the sequel. Like there's no explanation why he lost one of his blades, but he lost a blade in each hand. So it's like, well, how'd that happen? What do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, why would?
And then I told him don't play 5 either because 5 continues on from 4 with the you're fighting the robots.
The Forerunners. I mean,
and you play half the game as Locke, not even Chief for the half the game.
But that's just Halo 2 all over again. You do the exact same thing in Halo 2. You play as Arbiter for half the game. Like they just paralleled that later. I've said this to people. The elements. This is what got me because I know it because I religiously played 1.
The water just told differently.
Yeah,
like
because I played 1 so fucking religiously, and when I played 4, they redid the same moments when you did certain scenarios where you walked around and things. I knew things were coming because they did them 1 for 1. You walk around a thing, and an invisible guy walked out. It's like, wow! It's like, well, I knew he was there because how the moment made you feel and narrated you through. It was the exact same way. I'm like, there's no surprise, there's no wow factor. Because you're literally doing a 1 for 1. Like, why? Like,
because like I said, you just start with Reach and on ODST.
And then that's what I said. And then 2 did the exact same thing when they brought out the whole thing with 5, and then there's the lock, and they had the whole Switch thing. I'm like, this is just 2 all over again. Like,
the
why?
funny part is they didn't even they promoted Chief the whole way through that campaign, and then it's like, hey, look, you're paying us for like 60% of it.
I said, and it's like, at least they with Halo 2, like
and you're fighting AI robots again, like.
Yeah, but that's the Forerunners. That's the saga it was on. It was the Forerunners saga. But like, still, it's like
fucking bullet sponges.
But like, it was just ridiculous. It's just like you literally take the one shtick that Halo 2 did, and you've ran with the exact same shtick. It's just like, why would you do it? But
Halo 2 ran with it better because it was the Arbiter. Like
but that's the initial stick. Like no one else was doing that at that time. You know what I mean? No one had that.
Well, they did, but it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't. like how Bungie did it.
Games weren't really doing that, having multiple character storyline arc. Not many games did that in that take. And then
Well, some did, but they're more RPG, not first-person shooters.
But it's like you literally gone, oh, we like what Halo 2 did, let's do the exact same thing. So let's have the story arc where we have Master Chief doing the thing, and we have Locke chasing. That's literally what happens in Halo 2. You have Chief doing the storyline, and you're like following Arbiter or like trying to chase these things down, and you're seeing it from the two perspectives. And you see it. You do one mission where you play as the character, and you're not too far behind playing as the other character. What does Halo 5 do? The exact same thing. You're playing as Chief running through a mission, and you go through and you see where Chief had taken in because you're following his trail. It's like, you didn't even try to do anything different. Like, you've done the exact same thing.
Not Cortana.
Like, yeah, that was explained though, what happened with that. It's in.
No, but still, like,
because AI, that's explainable though. That makes sense. That wasn't an issue. That was already explained. But if you're gonna do these things, like they didn't do anything original.
Do not reboot the original trilogy and Reach. Do not reboot any of that. Just reboot from 4 onwards.
Like, and that's it. And then bringing in the armor set, which made no sense. Why did he need to upgrade his armor? When it came to Infinite, he went back to his original armor. Because
just think, if Microsoft intend for this Halo Studios, what the fuck they're called now, not 343.
Yeah, they scrapped
Halo Studios. If they intend to capture anything of the trilogy, they're not going to get it.
It's going to be a different take because they don't have the same people.
It's going to be different. No, but if they're going to reboot, they can't copy that.
But you can't because it's different people.
You can't anyway. Like,
different people have different experiences.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, they cannot live up to what Bungie did.
No, you can't. You can't. The only thing you can do is all you can do is retexture it every single time. All you can do is retexture it. That's the only thing that can be done.
You can continue Halo, like just wipe out 4, 5, and Infinite and start again. Just give us a new 4.
They won't. They will continue on from it, which they can, but it's already canon. Like, those are canon. You can't take them out.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking stupid, but yeah.
But like I said, there's no explanation, even in the books, there's no explanation why are they armor. That's what pisses me off the most. Like, I don't get it. That's what irks me the most out of everything, is the fucking no explanation for any...
But also, why are they now Halo Studios? Are they going to do Halo forever now? Like, that's proven to be fucking
No,
dumb.
but again, it's no different. They've literally gone, oh, let's call it Halo Studios. Okay, so you're originally called 343 Studios, so it was named after a character in the game. So you've gone from naming your studio after a character in the game to now naming your
franchise.
No, now naming as after a location. The Halo ring is a Halo. That's a location.
Yeah, but naming it after the actual game name as well, like Halo. Like,
yeah, but it's just like you've gone from a character to now just naming it as a fucking the object. It's just like, why? It's just like, oh.
I just don't feel like Halo should be a thing anymore.
Was that on that note? I need another drink.
Yeah, you get another drink. You can bounce.
Oh, I think I might bounce. I'm actually getting tired.
I mean, you can just bounce if you want. You can disconnect. It's all good, man. It's all good.
We can end it here if we want. Like,
we can end it.
Talking about Halo now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys are going on the talk about Halo, and I'm like
we've
stepping
done
back,
the
going.
Halo thing many times when I can do
I know. And I'm like, I need a drink if I'm going to be.
I'm passionate about Halo. Like, make Halo good by not having it for a while, for a decade.
It's just I'm. Yes,
it's just because it's an IP, they can keep milking. Because they still own so much merch.
IP, like it has.
Because, like I said, that's what they wanted. Because
no one cares about Halo anymore.
No, I mean, I care about Halo to a point, but I don't because Infinite.
Do you? Do you talk about it as much as you used to? No.
I think about it. I don't think you realize how often I think about Halo.
You don't really.
I don't think you understand how much I think about Halo. Like
I love Halo.
I think about Halo most probably at least once a day. Like, I think about Halo constantly. Like, it is embedded in my brain. Like, I'm ridiculous. Like, I am a...
If there was a meme where it was like Halo, the TV series, I would say this. I don't think about you at all.
Yeah. I think about how bad... No, I think about how bad that is. Like,
that was bad. It had potential to be good.
That's 343. They know nothing about Halo. I'm telling you.
But
they just changed shit on a whim. They just changed.
That's what I was saying though. They didn't even try. They didn't even try hard enough to do anything themselves. They copied for the least 2 games. Well, technically no, the 3rd game because the third which in that I'm talking about 343's trilogy, because they did Halo Infinite, which tried to rip off Destiny in the worst way possible because we can't fully be Destiny, but this is the game that we wanted to make. They wanted to make, but we're going to nitpick and go, we like live service, we're going to try and do this, but then have a live service features in a single player game that's more or less for offline play. Like, it
I don't get it.
it just pisses me off. But yeah.
But
yes.
No, I think we just end it there. It's been 2 hours anyway. I do kind of just want to go to bed so I can lay down because I'm getting sore. I've already been doing heaps. My back is killing me.
Bathroom.
My back's killing me.
It's episode 3, isn't it?
We could do that. We could literally. I reckon if we get me going, we could literally just have a Halo episode where I break down everything and anything. You literally,
You could do it for like 5 hours straight.
There is so much that I could break down because I've read so many fucking books, comic books, merchandising. I've followed everything. I've acquired a lot over the history. Like, I am a fucking ridiculous Halo fanatic, and I will be today I die.
You need to do a YouTube series.
Like, they don't even like
doing the story of Halo part by part,
with
everything. And break down each game and say what was like. This was great. This was great. And then as soon as you reach the last 2 Halo games, you're like, this is not with the continued, the canon. They fucked up this part. They did this good. You need to do like a commentary break.
Because even merchandising, when it got to that end, basically, even merchandising doesn't exist anymore. Like, merchandising slowed up. Like, they still try and push Infinite so fucking much.
That's right. I say Gears is their number one thing now. Like, Gears is still on a high.
I'm tempted actually to load up my Xbox because I don't know if it's updated, but I will always have Halo installed on my Xbox. It's always there.
Yeah, I've got them on mine too, like all the Master Chief 5 and
I am curious to see how much they've added in to Infinite's multiplayer because the amount of passes they kept adding
they've just added content. They haven't really changed things.
But I want to see how much they've added to just be like, here's content. Here's like a shoulder. You know what I mean?
They don't play our servers anymore.
No.
But the thing about that, you get like 200 ping if you play our servers.
Yeah, it's all on the server part.
You can't play it in Australia.
That's because
you can't play Halo Infinite online.
That's because no one really played it in our region. People stopped playing it. Literally, people stopped playing it. So you got to play in other people's servers. That's why our pings are but anyway,
fucking stupid. But
alright.
I'm gonna start uploading shit. I'm gonna upload this episode. I'm gonna get under it.
Yes.
It's fucking rain's pissing.
Thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us. Episode 3.
Oh, man.
It sounds weird to say start another episode. Another season. Episode 3. Hopefully you enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
We thank Wookie for joining us on this one. As always, he's a fucking legend. And we have Ben, Dale, Jim, and Wookie. We'll catch you guys next week.
Oh, bye. Yes, we will. Bye-bye.
Bye. And I gotta go pee now.
You gotta go. You hold that for the last 2-3 minutes. Like,
last 20 minutes. I'm like,
you can just win. You can just win if you want to.
And then the Halo rant happened, and I'm like, no, I need to go pee. I'm like, no, he'll give me a minute and it's just the Halo just kept. I'm like, I need to go pee, Halo. Just pee, Halo. On that note, I will love yous and leave yous. I got to